launching. The dumbest radio show in America. Welcome to Common Man and T-Bone.
I just traded in my car, but my old Lexus goes to them, which they presumably cleaned up and sold. If the people who bought that car knew what I was doing in that car.
What are you doing?
Everything.
What do you mean everything?
Picking and flicking and farting.
They clean it.
You can't clean the memories. You can't wash the memories. The car knows.
Yes, but you don't.
It's an entity.
Featuring Panama Ted.
Too hot.
Timmy Hall.
I will rub one on my face.
And a collection of profane noises.
Coach?
No, Dom.
I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal.
I want me some glory hole.
I'll keep it in the room. Stop breathing. It used to be a lot longer.
The numbers don't lie.
This is Stupid. This is Man and Bone.
Happy Monday. Welcome in. Hello, Bone.
Hello, man.
It is Yikes Monday. Yikes. At 4:34. Jason's Beef. At 5:34. It's also a Too Hot Monday.
Too hot. Oh, it's a little spicy out there, buddy.
Oh, the Heat Dome. It's here for you.
It's not the Hoosier Dome.
Nope, not the Hoosier Dome. Not the Tacoma Dome.
Gene Smith woke up today and said, you know what? I think we can play this, maybe a playoff game here, because I heard there's a dome here now. It's a Heat Dome.
Fargo Dome. Edward Jones Dome.
Yes.
Not called that anymore.
No. That's gone. What else?
Silver Dome.
The
first dome, right? Come on.
What do you mean the first dome?
Astrodome.
Astrodome.
Astrodome, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have did you say the Tacoma Dome? You said
Yes,
Tacoma.
I said Tacoma Dome.
Superdome.
Superdome.
New Orleans?
Don Prudhomme.
No.
No, the snake, right?
The snake, yeah, drag racer. There you go. No, what other domes do we have?
There was the Metrodome.
Metrodome was
That's
good.
dead. Now they have, what do they call that? Vikings Dome up there.
Why did Tropicana Field not call itself a dome? It is
I don't
a
know.
dome.
It is
it's
a dome. That's right.
That's all it is. When you say Tropicana Field, I go, oh, I'm expecting outdoor spaces, and then suddenly I'm walking into a dome. Just call it that.
Where do the Marlins play?
I don't know.
Lone Depot Park?
But it's not a dome, but they don't call it a dome. Why do we get away from domes? Did Jim Rome ruin that for everybody with calling their heads a dome?
They tested it.
What do you mean they
They
tested
test
it?
marketed it. They said people don't like the word dome. Let's call it field or park.
Look at the salad on top of his dome. Jim Rome, yeah. It's the worst Jim Rome ever.
He's still banging, I think, on Twitter.
I've heard.
He's got a show with Tucker Carlson.
No, he doesn't.
Well, I mean, they both have the same platform.
Oh, is that?
I assume there's some cross promotion.
They're on Twitter, yeah. Who else? Yeah, a lot of people banging on Twitter these days.
That's fine. We'll be there soon.
Oh,
you and me.
Sooner than you think,
Once
buddy.
we get canceled.
Yeah, that's
just for
right.
being bad.
Oh, of course. What other domes are there? Do we miss any?
I don't know. We could go forever on domes. You know, it's good time to start on a Monday, just naming domes.
Dudes naming domes, baby.
You know how there used to be a guy, I don't know why I'm alluding to this. His name was John Corby. He's dead now.
Okay.
He worked at 610. Years ago, the state of Ohio made it illegal to smoke indoors.
I thought you were going to say be married to your on-air counterpart.
No, that's a different story entirely, but I will tell it later. Trust me.
That's illegal.
Jesus. The people who run radio, you'd be shocked. Maybe you wouldn't. I don't know. Anyway, John Corby, may you rest in peace.
Yes.
Was on 610. He was a big smoker. And, you know, for years, radio DJs and talk show hosts, they would just smoke in the studio.
Oh, I mean, if you hear a lot of the guys and gals on radio, you would hear with that, oh my gosh, that deep baritone voice. Well, they were, a lot of people developed that in part from talking a lot, but also because of the smoker's lung, the stuff that would happen to your vocal cords when you smoked.
You know who used to smoke in the studio?
Probably everybody.
Skip Mosick.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, he'd smoke in the studio.
I didn't know Skip was a smoker.
No big deal. And so the radio studios, you know, back in the 70s, 80s, even early 90s, everything was stained yellow.
Sure.
From just people smoking in a room that doesn't have a ton of ventilation because it's soundproof.
You know what else was stained yellow during those years?
Underwear?
Everything in the world. Because everyone in the U.S. was like, oh, we're going to the family restaurant. Just light up a heater. My kids right there eating their mac and cheese, blow smoke in their face. Like, I'm saying everywhere, offices were like this. Everywhere was like this.
Would you like smoking or non-smoking? Well, they're one booth apart.
Yes, but there's a 3-foot partition.
That'll keep it away. That'll keep the cancer away. And so John Corby, even when it was made illegal, needed to smoke during the show.
Yeah.
And he didn't have time just to go outside and smoke.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't have that. So what they did was they built him illegally a smoker's closet.
Yes.
It was a little studio that they just designated John Corby's smoking room. They put high voltage, that's not right.
They have high volume type of ventilation,
suction, something like that.
Takes it out of there, yeah.
And so he would, when he needed to have a smoke, go in there and smoke. I think what I need here is obviously not that. But especially on days like today, and we're going to have many of them. I know you like to keep it a little warmer in here. Mm-hmm. I understand not everybody's like me. But I think what I need is a walk-in freezer.
Yeah, you just need to go in there and chill out for a couple minutes.
For 4 minutes or something.
Literally chill out.
During the commercial break, I go in, I get refreshed, and then I come out, I'm good for another segment.
Like in here today in our studio, I am cold. I walked into the studio. It's chilly in here because I am dressed
It's not chilly.
It's chilly. It's cool. But that's good, right? Because it's 90 degrees out, so I'm not complaining about that at all. I'd much rather be cool in here on a day like 90 degrees than hot. But yeah, there have been times during the summer where it's gotten so chilly in our studio that I have gone outside and just stood there to get heat. So you want that, but you want a walk-in freezer. Yeah,
walk-in freezer.
I gotcha.
Be me and Timmy in there.
You would be. That,
Humping
you know what?
Each other.
That'd be fine. Yeah, it's dude, this heat is no joke, man. I don't envy anybody who's working outside, who has to deal with any of that.
It's brutal. I do get a kick out of the news this time of year. Just like I get a kick out of the news in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Where it's going to be cold and snowy and try not to go 100 in the snow and, don't leave your dog outside to freeze. It's the most common sense news ever. I was watching today while I was eating lunch, and the advice was, if you're outside and you're hot and you start just to vomit, you start vomiting, go somewhere cooler.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
What if I'm eating rancid pork while vomiting?
They can't help you with that.
No, I'm saying, could that also be a reason why I'm vomiting?
That could be the reason.
I've been drinking milk that's 3 weeks old. Is that a reason why?
If you're vomiting just from the heat.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Get someplace cooler. Now, theoretically, you would have already been someplace cooler if you had somewhere to go. Right? That's the problem, is that a lot of people have no air conditioning, have no place to go.
Well, that's why you're hot. Yeah, because if you're not in a space, you don't have a lot of spaces near you that are air conditioned, then presumably it's going to be harder for you to get there. So
I don't know how the outdoor people do it today. Like construction people and people who have to be outside. Male men, women who are walking around. I don't know how they do it. I was talking to somebody who lives in Phoenix, where breaking news, summer, hot.
Yeah, all the time.
Now, it's not as humid. It's a dry heat. Let me tell you something.
But it's also 115.
115 degrees is ass hot. I don't care if it's wet, dry, whatever it is. And he was saying, like, this is construction season. Like, there's cranes out all over the place. Yeah. How are they not just dropping dead?
I don't know.
The people working on this stuff.
I mean, I'm sure you acclimate to it. You get used to it if you live in areas like that. Or if you work outside regularly, you get more used to it. And I'm sure same thing. There are people doing construction and different things, maybe not as much of the, like, digging in the ground type of stuff. In the winter, there's still stuff that has to get done, right? People have to do certain tasks. But yeah, obviously construction season happens mostly because the ground is, thawed, it's warm out. You don't want to be doing construction when it's like frozen ground. You're trying to lay footers or something. But yeah, I don't envy anyone who's been doing that. Also, I would like to point out I don't know if it's ODOT or I don't know if it's the county or the city or whoever it is up in Marysville. I think it must be the Ohio Department of Transportation. Every single entrance ramp and exit ramp coming onto and getting off of 33 near Marysville, where I live, every 10 feet, they have like cut out a square and then replaced whatever was there, I guess asphalt, with concrete. And they have done this like on every single curved surface off of 33 and onto 33. If you think it's been fun for traffic up in Marysville the last few weeks, it has not been.
What are they doing?
I don't know, because what they've done is made perfectly smooth roads that were nice now go every time you drive on it. But the good news is they had massive traffic jams all throughout Marysville the last 2 weeks. And at least I'm glad those guys, I think they're mostly done. I'm glad they're getting it done before this week where it's 100 and they would all be miserable sitting there next to all that traffic. But still, it's just, I'm sure there's road construction going on today somewhere, and it's got to be awful.
I passed by it.
Oh, yeah, by you, there's
they
a ton
look like
of stuff.
they're ready to drop dead. I feel for you as I sit here in the air conditioning. I'm just saying, I feel for you.
Can the people on the news, like, because they, if you're outside for more than half an hour, it's going to be bad. Why don't you guys report on the construction companies that put these guys out there for all this? Like, why don't you take the news and then apply it to the other part of the news? Like, the weather's going on, have the weather and the investigative people go talk to each other about what's happening over there. Why are we letting people work in this oppressive heat where you're not, if you have a dog to walk, you can't go out for more than 10 minutes. But if you have a job to do, we'll put you out there for 10 hours.
Too hot.
Understand.
Teddy, did you put some ducats on the golf this weekend?
I had just a couple smaller bets on it, and the one guy I had to win was Colin Morikawa, and obviously he did not win. So I did not have a Bryson bet, if that's what you're asking.
I did watch a lot of the coverage this weekend. I enjoyed it for the most part.
Except the outcome.
Although I have been told that Bryson DeChambeau is America's golfer.
Okay.
Oh,
what are you talking
America's
about, Teddy?
golfer.
Every time I pop on Twitter or something like that, the American, he embodies the American
USA
golf fan.
Yeah, come on.
Why?
He's got the crowd in the
What am
palm
I
of his
missing?
hand because he's animated. He interacts with them. Oh, he was lapping it up, and they were happy to give it to him.
Phil 2.0.
I was going to say, aren't there lots of golfers that are from America? He's not like the only guy.
Well,
it's golfing's from America.
He was the guy
Him
who
against
was trying to
Rory,
win.
though. Rory is not American.
Of
but
course.
then they were chanting for Rory as well at the same time,
Okay.
so I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Right.
They don't know what the hell they want. Here's what I do know, Teddy. Here's my golf analysis for the day.
All right.
Rory, crappy.
Choked on the chicken bone.
Make poo-poo in panty.
Yeah.
I mean, look, there's just not being good enough. And then there's missing like multiple 3-foot putts. I mean, this is just easy putting. Here I am telling you what's easy.
Again, easy.
It's all
it
relative,
appears
right? I get
for
it.
Pro golfers,
It's
not for you and me.
Right. It's not easy when everybody's looking at you. It's not easy when you're trying to win a U.S. Open. I got it. In the context of what was going on, he missed relatively easy shots yesterday. It was his.
No,
he was going to win it.
To me, this is the equivalent of a kicker with, down a point with 4 seconds to go has a chance to hit a 20-yard field goal to win the Super Bowl and misses.
Yes.
Right? This is a guy who's got the finals on the line who misses 2 free throws when all he had to do is make one of them and it seals the game, and instead he misses. It was right there to be had. You had victory in your grasp, doing something that for you as a pro golfer is relatively simple. For any of us, it would be ridiculously hard, and none of us could be expected to do it. But we will judge him accordingly because he's a pro golfer, and we expect him to finish off things that seem to be in his grasp. That one, it got away from him. You could see his reaction afterward. He was just completely despondent after that, it looked like.
I was engrossed. It was a good story. I haven't seen the ratings from yesterday, but I assume they will be good because it was close and you had 2 huge names. But I'll tell you what, I don't know how Rory there are questions about him. Is he going to win a major again anyway?
Right.
He's been so close. It's been so long since he's won one. He had so much success early in his career. Is that going to be it for him? He's gotten so close now, mentally. How do you come back from this? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Is Ryan Day adding a new name to his staff? Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
You should know that southbound James Road between I-70 and Ravenswood Court is closed due to an accident. Emergency crews are on scene causing holdup. And you'll also hit a delay on westbound 670 between 71 and 3rd Street. This report is sponsored by Audible. Why not escape the traffic with Audible? Immerse yourself in new worlds, stories, and ideas with an incredible selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Glow Fiber. Glow Fiber Business is now in Ohio. With prepackaged and customized fully fiber optic business internet solutions, call 1-833-WANT-GLOW or visit glowfiberbusiness.com today.
New 2024. Up to 72 months Aria and 7/8/24.
Reichert Nissan has an announcement to make. 0% financing is now available for up to 72 months. Take a Reichert Nissan Aria home today and pay 0% for 72 months. But these low interest rates won't last long. Lock in your 0% financing at Reichert Nissan. Visit the Reichert Mega Mall off 270 and 33 or shop thousands of new and certified used at ReichertNissan.com.
Get the right car at Reichert.
We're dealing.
With approved credit. Residency restrictions apply. Offers cannot be combined. Dealer contribution affects consumer cost.
Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate. Not a rate based on Terry, who keeps and makes the car behind them. Oh no, they're about to. Save with DriveWise in the Allstate app and only pay a rate based on you.
Not available in every state, subject to terms and conditions. Rating factors and savings vary, and in some states your rate could increase with high-risk driving. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
You expect your home to protect everything you love, but you don't expect the ways water is breaking down your basement and damaging your home. Mold, cracks, and of course visible water are just a few signs your basement is compromised. But there's one way to get answers to all your concerns. A free home inspection from Ohio Basement Authority. We put water back in its place. Get your free inspection at ohiobasementauthority.com.
Don't miss the Jeep Make This the Summer event, where right now, well-qualified lessees get a low-mileage lease on the 2024 Jeep Compass Limited 4x4 for $379 a month for 42 months with $3,537 due at signing. Tax, title, license extra. No security deposit required. Call 1-888-925-JEEP for details. Requires dealer contribution and lease through Stellantis Financial. Extra charge for miles over 35,000. Not all customers will qualify. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 7/1/2024. Jeep is a registered trademark.
Bobby Carpenter once sold workout equipment on QVC Canada. There's no joke here. That actually happened. Morning Juice with Bobby and Beamer.
Weekdays starting at 6.
The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
The Columbus Men's Clinic opened in 2014 for guys who get it done. Let's talk, fellas. You solve problems all day at work. You fix your sink when it's broken. But when it comes to ED and low T, it doesn't get done. We get it. You hate going to the doctor, but you're the guy that fixes things. At the Columbus Men's Clinic, there's nothing to fear and no reason to delay. We've been destroying bedroom boredom for a decade. So if you haven't fixed this, call us. When the pills fail, call us. If you feel like you've tried everything, call us. Here, there's hope. From the conventional to the next level. You'll be seen by our friendly, discreet physician who will take the time to listen. Imagine finally taking care of this with no surgery. Imagine going from feeling gray to living life in vibrant color. It's time to be confident. Join the thousands of guys who have found success after walking through our doors. Will you be one of them? Dial 614-300-7400 or go to ColumbusMen'sClinic.com to schedule a $99 male performance consultation, including blood work. Do it for you. Do it for her. ColumbusMen'sClinic.com. Book your appointment now.
The outdoor drama Tecumseh is back this summer. The drama, the history, and the spectacle make Tecumseh one of Ohio's most beloved traditions. Tecumseh has provided thrilling live entertainment for 50 years, and the outdoor theater at Sugarloaf Mountain will provide a safe and memorable experience for your entire family. Get tickets now at tecumsehdrama.com. This message is made possible in part by the Ohio Arts Council. Tecumseh, experience the drama.
Every year, Adult Protective Services receives thousands of reports of elder abuse, exploitation, and neglect in Ohio. When a report is received, Adult Protective Services can check in and provide help if needed. If someone you know is showing signs of elder maltreatment, don't hesitate to call 855-OHIO-APS. Let's work together to help every Ohioan age safely.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code GIFT for an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. That's promo code GIFT.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A lot of sunshine out there today, going 95 for the high. Tonight we get down to around 73. We will have a few pop-up storms later on today, but as we lose daytime heating, those will subside. High pressure keeps us very hot tomorrow, going 95 under mostly sunny skies. I'm meteorologist Dylan Robichaud with your Doppler 10 forecast on 97.1 The Fan.
Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
undisputed leader in talking about nothing. This is Man and Bone.
Please download the podcast for this dumb show. It's available wherever you get your audio. Just search Common Man and T-Bone. Click subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device free of charge. The podcast is brought to you by our friends, Care Heating and Cooling. And this week, if your air conditioner takes a crap, call my guys at Care Heating and Cooling.
For sure.
Remember, there's always a price. Sometimes it's a ridiculous price. Many years ago, I had an air conditioning unit that was I felt was not doing the job.
Okay.
All right. On days like today, it would struggle. And I'm thinking to myself, well, what the hell's the point of this? There's got to be something out there that's powerful enough to keep it like a meat locker in my house, even when it's a day like today.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was talking to a technician from a different company.
Okay.
Many years ago. And I said, what can you give me here? Almost like like he's a drug dealer. What can you get me
what
here?
kind of, because you have bumped up beyond your average little dime bag. You're on to like, you need a kilo or something.
I'm like Willie Nelson's weed. What type of BCUs? BTUs.
Virginia Commonwealth University.
Yeah, what kind of BTUs can you get me here?
Gotcha. Sure.
And the tech was like, well, you have one of the most advanced residential air conditioning systems on the market. And I said, yeah. Let me tell you a little story. Go to Disney World, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like 95 degrees at Disney World. And yet you walk in the gift shop there. And I for some reason, they have it at 65. It's 95 outside.
Yeah.
They got the doors open, so air is escaping.
Yeah.
They want you to come in and spend money and buy plush toys that were made with bloody Chinese fingers for 9 times the price.
Okay.
They want you to come in. I don't know where that came from.
I don't know.
So you go in there, and it's cool. It's almost so cool, you're like, I need to put something on.
Yeah.
I said, what do they have?
Right.
What are they doing at Disney? And the person said, nobody knows.
Oh, really?
What they're doing at Disney. I said, well, somebody's got to know. Well, give me that person.
Somebody knows, but they work for Disney.
What I'm saying is somebody's got to know.
Right. I just want to point out that you are looking at the Magic Kingdom and saying, whatever they're doing, how come I can't do that? It's like, I don't know. Do you have a talking Mickey Mouse at your house? Because they got that too. I don't know. Do you know how that works? They have Pixar characters that talk on a screen live to you and react to what you're doing. Like,
here's what I'm saying.
In the moment.
It's going to be, hot all over the place. Midwest, East. Martha Stewart, where does she live? Connecticut? I assume.
Is she? Yeah, I guess.
I assume she's up there, right?
The Hamptons?
On land. Right, but I assume it's going to be ass hot wherever the hell she is.
Ass hot, that's right.
She's got a huge monstrosity of a house, I'm quite sure.
Yes.
All right? What do you think? She's sleeping in her basement this week because it's cooler down there? No. I'm sure she's got it temperature controlled in every single room. What is Martha doing? What does Martha have?
That's what you want.
That's what I want. What does Disney have? What does Martha have?
Right.
Common man wants it.
So the answer to that is, make more money? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just saying, I'm sure.
Make more money and know better people.
Also, it could be that Martha Stewart ain't in ass hot land. Wherever.
Everybody's ass hot land.
No, she's probably got a place in all the different parts of the world.
Oh, so she travels.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's a good flex.
That's what I'm saying.
Because if I could travel today,
you would.
I'd go to Scotland.
That's what I'm saying.
Scotland is today.
You would have, if you were Martha Stewart's, well, I was going to say tax bracket. I don't know where she is now because I don't know what happened with all the, the arrest after that.
I think she's all right.
Well, I mean, that was probably 15
I see her doing
plus years ago.
Tostitos commercials with Snoop Dogg.
That's fair. All right.
Okay.
What I'm saying is if you were in that tax bracket, what you could presumably do is have said, next week's going to be 90. I shall decamp to my Scottish abode.
Oh, let me
and
tell
then
you something.
And then you just hop on the PJ. You land in Scotland. You got your setup there. Private jet.
Oh, I see.
I know you don't know because you never rode it like I did.
I know.
I'm on a first name basis with them.
I get it.
But I'm just saying that's what you could do. And then this would be a moot point. You would just be sitting there going, yeah, it's sorry to hear it's hot. I'm in Scotland right now.
Dunkeld, Scotland.
Where is Dunkeld?
Right now.
Where in Scotland is
that?
Central?
I want to say it's about
coastal?
30 minutes, 30 miles maybe northeast of Glasgow.
That helps me because I definitely know where Glasgow is.
Well, pull it up on a map. What do you want from me?
A simple explanation?
I just gave you
Central
one.
Or coastal? You got nothing.
No, central.
Okay, central.
It's not on the coast.
Okay.
Although you're never too far.
I know.
From the
Scotland.
coast.
That's right.
Anyway, Dunkeld, right now, partly cloudy, 55.
Look at that.
Oh, my God.
Look at that. It is nighttime.
Oh, my nips are hard. Okay, but you know what? High temperature was 60.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, it hasn't.
So it's dipped 5 degrees.
Yep.
Yep.
Although I heard parts of England this week, they're going to get a little bit warmer.
That's fine. Not this part.
I found out something from a friend of mine. I will share this with the group if you've ever struggled with that. Because I saw an article today that said temperatures could reach as high as 26 degrees Celsius. And I'm like most people who don't use Celsius in this country, I go, 26 Celsius is...
It's like 80, right?
Is that where you boil water? Like, what is that? Well, I found this out. A friend of mine told me that if you look at 28 degrees Celsius is exactly 82 degrees Fahrenheit.
All right, I was in the ballpark.
28 to 82, you just flip the numbers around. So it's the inverse. So that's not how it works for all the numbers. That's just one where it does. So if you know 28 is 82, you're right. 26 is probably in the upper 70s to low 80 or something like that.
They're not used to it, though. They don't have air conditioning.
I know. But you're not used to it being, you should be. You've lived here for a long time. You're not used to it being 95.
No, it always sneaks up on you. Just like you're not used to it being 0.
Well, fair enough.
And the first time it hits you, you're like, oh my God, what the hell is this?
But see, I force myself to go out in it. I've gone out on days when it's 0. I've gone into the metro parks at negative degrees.
You're nuts.
I've been out there. Yeah. You just bundle
Kansas
up.
City Chiefs fans just sawing off their toes.
Well, I bundle up. I got all the stuff on. I go walking. I get like 20, 30 minutes. I try to brave the elements when I can.
How's that working out?
Terrible.
Yeah. Ryan Day adding another name to his staff. He's reportedly hiring former UCLA and Akron quarterbacks coach Billy Fessler as an analyst.
Okay.
Billy Fessler. If you'd like some analysis, I'm not going to give it to you because I have no idea.
The only analysis I have is that this guy worked at UCLA, presumably with Chip Kelly.
Yep.
Chip Kelly works here now.
Yes.
So presumably that was a recommendation from Chip Kelly. And, I mean, maybe Ryan Day knew him from times where they'd worked with Chip Kelly together. I don't know.
Fessler replaces former Ohio State analyst Todd Fitch, who worked closely with the Buckeyes quarterbacks for the past 3 years before leaving to become a senior offensive analyst at LSU. Also, Billy Fessler played quarterback at Penn State. I don't remember him.
I don't.
Which means he didn't play.
Buddy, if you've forgotten about him, I've definitely forgotten about him.
I don't know Billy Fessler.
It's good.
You know, I've had some complaints about the show recently, and that is that we don't get to the Fat Boy food tip until later on in the show. 4 o'clock hour, 5 o'clock hour. And some people feel like they're missing out. People who only listen to the early part of the show because they're horrible communists. So
or they're working.
Or they have jobs and lives.
Right.
Coming up next, Fat Boy food tip! Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
You should watch out for an accident on the left shoulder of northbound 71 on the north side after Cook Road, causing some holdup. And you're going to hit a slowdown on southbound 270 on the east outer belt between Livingston Avenue and I-70. This report is sponsored by Allstate. You're in good hands. Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate, not one based on anyone else. So if you drive safely, you could save money. Good to know. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Now at UDF, buy 3 everyday favorites with UDrive Plus to quickly stack an extra 20 cents in gas savings. That includes Monster Energy and Red Bull and Gatorade and Body Armor. And that adds up. UDF, made for you. Specially marked products with an opted-in UDrive account.
Hey, it's Chaps. Here's something that we need to clear up. I'm sure this term sounds familiar. GLP-1. It's everywhere. Take an injection, stop feeling hungry, and slowly start to lose weight. What's not being shared is how you can regulate this hormone and lose weight quicker without medications. Awaken 180 already supports GLP-1 function, but now they've introduced GLP-1 Balance by Awaken 180. What's the difference? It's pretty simple. With GLP-1 Balance by Awaken 180, you're addressing the root causes of weight issues, making weight loss faster, but more importantly, long-term. I can speak firsthand about the long-term part of Awaken 180 because I've kept my 90 pounds off for over 14 months now, and that's without injections or medications. The best part, maintenance is free with both Awaken 180 and GLP-1 Balance by Awaken 180. If fast, easy, and long-term weight loss is your goal, do what we all did. Choose Awaken 180 Weight Loss online at awaken180weightloss.com. That's awaken180weightloss.com.
If your garage door is embarrassed because all the other garage doors are laughing at the awful noises he makes going up or down, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we fix crappy garage doors, straightforward and honest. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
The best outcomes for treating cancer come from early detection and early diagnosis.
The James Cancer Diagnostic Center at Ohio State
is designed to provide rapid evaluation and a clear diagnosis.
We are transforming care by giving patients direct access.
The cancer experts who study and treat cancer every day.
If you think you have cancer, the choice is clear.
Choose the James Cancer Diagnostic Center.
Here's a quick listening guide. When something's on the fan, it's on the station you're listening to right now. If I say something's on ESPN Columbus, it's on 1460 AM and the Fan's HD2. When in doubt, stream it on the Fan app. Thank you and good night.
Bobcat Enterprises is your local family-owned partner for spring landscaping and construction projects. Being a local business since 1975 means giving our community great deals on our full line of Bobcat equipment, including Bobcat compact track loaders, excavators, tractors, mowers, and more. Right now, get financing as low as 0% for 48 months on select equipment. Build local. Stop by Bobcat Enterprises in Hilliard, Reynoldsburg, or Zanesville to find current specials or see our full line of products at bobcatent.com today.
When you're drinking a frozen beverage from McDonald's, your brain may not like how refreshingly cold it is, but the rest of your body, oh yes, it's gonna relish every moment of it because there are drinks. Then there are drinks from McDonald's.
Refresh yourself with an any-size frozen drink like a Sprite Lemonade for just $1.79 and paired with a McCrispy and fries. Price and participation may vary, cannot be combined with any other offer.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
People can't say enough amazing things about Vanscoy Hair Clinics. Men and women struggle with hair loss every day, and they completely change their lives. Vanscoy Hair Clinics is the only company in Ohio that has PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and the multi-unit hair grafting hair transplant procedure. Go to vanscoyhair.com for more info, or call 614-432-8042. Here's what some of their hair transplant clients have said.
Around 26, 27, I lost almost all of my hair on top. It changed my life in ways that I could not imagine.
My hair is going to continue growing for the rest of my life.
There is hope that you can do something about your hair loss.
Multi-unit hair grafting gives you 3 times more hair per procedure, saving you time and money. Hair transplants are more affordable than ever, and PRP is a fast, easy, and effective 45-minute treatment for thinning or damaged hair. Call Vanscoy for a free consultation, 614-432-8042, or visit vanscoyhair.com. That's 614-432-8042. Find out what procedure will restore your hair.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Come for the obesity, stay for the anger. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Happy Monday. The segment that's not a segment, Yikes. Coming up at 4:34. Jason's Beat at 5:34. Before we get to Fat Boy Food Tip, I was reading a piece in Front Office Sports yesterday about Pro Football Focus. Over the years, we've talked about Pro Football Focus because people find it either very, very useful or very, very stupid because they have their own little formulas about how they tabulate rankings and who's the best at this. And then when you ask them, well, how did you come to this conclusion? Well, we can't tell you that. That's the secret sauce. How you doing?
Helps to turn on the microphone.
Yeah.
Of course.
And so I'm reading this piece about how Pro Football Focus had a, I guess, owner who was a big pain in the ass, who quietly doesn't work there anymore, and how they're facing all this other competition because they used to be the only game in town. And teams would subscribe to their thing. But now networks have their own what am I trying to say? technology that tells you how good someone is or bad someone is.
Yeah.
I'm doing a great job explaining this. Here's what I was trying to get to. Are you aware who the principal owner of Pro Football Focus is? Because I had no idea.
You know what? I feel like I came across this info one time, but I've completely forgotten it. Please enlighten me.
The answer is Chris Collinsworth.
Yes. I didn't know he was the principal owner.
He is. He is the majority owner in Pro Football Focus. I had no idea.
I knew he was an investor in it, I think. Now that you say that, I remember hearing that he had some kind of money involved in it, but I didn't know he was the official owner of it. Okay.
So he put in $6 million back in 2016.
Good Lord.
They got a private equity firm, Silver Lake, to put in $50 million back in 2019. Okay. That valuated the whole company at $160 million.
All right. So when he put in his $6 million, presumably he got a pretty good chunk of it?
Yes.
Okay.
He got a majority stake in it.
And then this company came in and put in $50 million,
and
which
got
caused
a
the valuation. Yes. So his stake is worth way more than $6 million, obviously.
It is, but now people are debating how much this company is actually worth now because of all the competition that's out there.
Okay. Gotcha.
So anyway, Chris Collinsworth is either a genius or he's about to lose all this money. Yes. And by lose it, I mean paper loss, obviously. He's not investing $6 million in 2016 unless he can afford to lose it.
Right.
I'm saying at one point he had a company that was valued at $150 million, and now who the hell knows what it's valued at.
Right. Yeah, that's I mean, I would be gutted if I found out I put in a significant amount. I'm sure it's $6 million even for Chris Collinsworth. He's making a lot of money being on TV. He's made some money in the NFL. I'm guessing that's still a lot of money for him to invest. Whatever the accrual he was going to get on that has to be something that would make you think, yeah, I got this pretty much made in the shade. To hear that all went away, yes, I would, or a decent chunk of it did. If you were, let's say your valuation was $50 million off of that, or $60 million, and now it comes back like, oh, hey, you're going to make $8 million off of your 6. That's still coming out ahead. But if you thought you went, 5-6 times what you invested, that'd be pretty awesome.
Anyway, if you want to read it, Front Office Sports, AJ Perez wrote it. He did a much better job of explaining things than I tried to do.
That wasn't a doink. That was a dong.
That's right, Chris Collinsworth. Sorry your kid sucks at broadcasting.
I can't stand him.
He's gone now, right?
Well, he's gone off the Notre Dame broadcast, maybe. Yeah, he's not vaporized. He just yes, they've sent him.
Tell you, man,
they've sent him to the planet Melmac.
Those Buckeye basketball games on Peacock last year, where he was on the call, wanted to drink bleach.
Terrible.
I think he's still doing that stuff, though.
He's still doing the Peacock.
Yeah, so that's probably the majority of what he's going to be doing now is those games. He's not going to be, but he's not doing Notre Dame games anymore, right, Teddy? I think they got him off of that.
That's
okay,
done, yeah.
Good.
Fat Boy Food Tip.
Common Man and T-Bone have very little value unless they're telling you about all the crap they can shove in your mouth so you can die quicker. It's time for Fat Boy Food Tip. Wait, how do you want me to say it? Tip. This is dumb. I quit.
All right, Bone, what do you got?
Well, man, Kentucky Fried Chicken. This has been sent to us by a few different people. Testing a new take on the quesadilla, introducing the KFC Chicken Quesadilla. So you can find this not yet at all restaurants, but it is being tested around New York, New Jersey, Tennessee, it looks like, and one random Connecticut restaurant. Let them live. Anyway, here's the idea. It's made with the world-famous KFC fried chicken, shredded in-house and smothered with signature gravy. Was not expecting that. Was not expecting that.
All right.
Topped with a melty 3-cheese blend, toasted to perfection, and served with your favorite dipping sauce or hot sauce. So, all right.
How could that be bad?
This is a marriage, clearly, of a Yum brand KFC restaurant that is also using technology pioneered by another Yum brand restaurant, Taco Bell, right? I mean, they're going to, looking at the picture, I've seen some people who had tweeted out and posted pictures of this thing in the wild. It looks just like, from before it's cut, it looks just like your Taco Bell quesadilla, if you've seen that. But when you open it up, yeah, there's gravy in there. The picture they have in the promo of it looks, I'll be honest, it looks flat out disgusting because it's like, it's just dripping with, I wouldn't want like a pouch of gravy with a little chicken in it. That's too much. But the ones I've seen of it in the wild, it makes way more sense. You've got the breading on the chicken, it looks like a little bit of just a quick smear of gravy, nothing too crazy on it, and then some cheese in there. I'd give it a try. If they break this out nationwide, I'm going to try it.
A light layer. I'm not saying thick.
Oh, I know where you're going.
A light layer of mashed potatoes.
I was just thinking the same thing. What's wrong? You could do that and then drizzle some gravy in there and wrap that all up. Now, I do think dipping it into a barbecue sauce or a hot sauce of some kind will add another layer to that, and I'd be curious to taste it all.
What if you just dipped it in more gravy?
There's that, too. You could do that. Or give me a side of mashed potatoes and dip it in that. Now you could use that as like a scoop, almost like naan bread. You know what I mean?
Now you're thinking.
Now you could use it like, oh, yeah, let's go that route. Anyway, very good stuff. I'm looking forward to trying that KFC. Also, speaking of chicken that is fried, presumably at one time in the state of Kentucky, I was in the state of Kentucky this weekend, and I tried a restaurant.
What'd you try?
Can't get here. It's a place called Royals. Your guy, Sticker Brad, recommended it to me.
Bread.
Here's the issue, folks, and this is the issue we keep running into with some of these very bougie, fast casual places. Not talking McDonald's, not talking sit-down steakhouse places, the in-between, right? Where you walk in, you can order, and in a relatively short amount of time, your food is made fresh, given to you, and you can take it and go, right? These are the places where I feel like we're getting a ton of inflation on the food. So I go there and order. It's a hot chicken place, a place called Royals. It's got, the same thing you get when you go to any hot chicken place, right? You can pick your level of fire, how hot you want it. And then they have a pretty decent little menu of options. They have chicken sandwich. They have all this stuff. But, of course, I get the tenders because I figure that's the best way to experience this Nashville hot chicken, because I believe their chicken sandwich was just tenders on a bun, kind of like how you get when you go to
Cane's.
Cane's, right? They do the same thing. So I got the hot chicken. It was delicious. I got the options were 2 tenders or 3 tenders.
Doesn't sound like a lot.
It doesn't. And it wasn't. Like, certainly the food was delicious. The tenders were more than big. They were not Raising Cane's size tenders. They were bigger. They were certainly big enough. But I would have probably wanted 4 or 5, not 2 or 3. Had that and a little bowl of mac and cheese, which is the side it comes with. You can get a 2 tender or 3 tender option. How much do you think this 3 tender meal with no drink was?
$16.
Better than that, $14.79. But still, I mean, you're talking, this is a meal that I ate and said, that's good. Now, when do we eat? It was delicious, but I polished it off in about 6 minutes and was ready for more.
Got to know your customer, man.
Yeah.
We're fat.
Yeah.
We need portions.
Okay. Yeah, that's exactly where I'm at, buddy. It was I need a little bit more for $14 for chicken tenders.
No, but like stupid Brad goes in there, he's like, "Oh, this is delicious. I only need 1."
Well, no, he said it was good, and you know what? It was really good. I'm not trying to besmirch
Teddy gets 1, takes the rest home with him.
I'm telling you, this place was. I would go back there if I was in Louisville. I just want more food. I wish they had like a 5 tender option. I want to feel like
they'll charge you for it, baby.
Yeah, you're right. I could have just asked for more tenders, but I didn't know how big these things were. Next time I would go and add a couple tenders onto this meal.
The booger eater is going to the People's Court. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
We've got a couple of slow spots, one on eastbound 70 on the east side between Hamilton Road and 270, and you'll hit another slowdown on southbound 315 between 670 West and Town Street. This report is sponsored by Lipton Iced Tea. Relaxing by the pool in summertime. Could it get any better? A cooler of Lipton Iced Tea. If only you had something to pair it with. Someone order Uber Eats. Do summer the easy way and get $5 off your next Uber Eats order and select Lipton 12 packs. See pack for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. BMI Federal Credit Union has been voted best credit union for the past 6 years in a row by CBUS Top Picks. Visit BMIFCU.org to learn more.
Guys, it's summer and it's time to do more outdoors. But do you feel out of energy, lacking motivation, and mental focus? It could be low testosterone. Low T affects millions of men, and it happens naturally. The solution, testosterone replacement therapy at Low T Center. It starts with a quick test, and results are fast. Don't wait. Take control of your health. And now Low T Center is offering a free initial test. So if you're over 30, schedule a visit at lowtcenter.com today. Offer till July 6th. That's lowtcenter.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Big things are happening on the east side.
We're ready to deal. Come negotiate during May's Dealin' Days at Lindsay Honda. Lower payments, better financing, more value for any trade. Shop lindsayhonda.com and see new Hondas with thousands in savings plus many other deals. We'll work hard to get you a payment you can afford. Now during May Dealin' Days at Lindsay Honda.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. See lindsayhonda.com for program details.
When it comes to your roof, there's really one team to call, Newman Roofing. From the first call to the final nail, our team of professionals will be there every step of the way, answering any questions you have throughout the entire process. So give Newman Roofing a call today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit us online at newmanroofing.com.
We know your golf game is ugly, but your course doesn't have to be. Experience the natural beauty of Delaware Golf Club today. Delaware Golf Club is now open to the public and only 10 miles up the road from 270. For the best rates, book your tee time online at DelawareGolfClub.com.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from the other window place.
So, Wilson, you're running a window deal.
Yep. Buy one window, get two free. Or 5 or 10. It's all the same.
Oh.
Well, it's not real, but it sounds good to the buyer, so...
That does not sound good.
Oh, it is not. What's your deal?
So we have 5 different window lines so that all budgets can afford Pella without an unreal deal.
Lame.
Get the window that Columbus homeowners rate the most trusted at PellaColumbus.com.
Bishop and Friends.
Is there any actual empirical evidence that bulking up and being heavier makes you more durable? I pretty much broke my foot when I was fat, so
Bishop and Friends.
Sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan.
We go to war for you.
At Schroeder Schnurr Trial Attorneys, we don't back down.
Truck accident?
Call us today at 877-WAR-FOR-YOU or visit warforyou.com for a free consultation. Remember, results matter because we go to war for you. warforyou.com.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. If you listen to my show every day, congratulations, you're getting the best. Now I want you to drive the best. But unlike the lie I told before, Jermaine Lexus really is the best. I just picked up my brand new RX 350 a few weeks ago. It is fabulous. They want to make you a customer for life. Right now, rates are as low as 1.9%. Lease payments are as low as $489 a month. And the Memorial Courtesy vehicles are now on the lot. Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. Check them out online, JermaineLexus.com. Tell them Common Man sent you.
I need a small order of sheet metal to repair something in the shop. It's not much, but can you help me out?
At Metal Supermarkets, no order is too small.
Wait, really?
Yep.
What about small home projects?
Yep.
For a car I'm working on?
Yep.
Any kind of metal?
Yep.
Cut to size?
Yep.
With no minimum order?
Yep.
How about 1,000 cut pieces of aluminum flat bar?
Yep. Choose from over 8,000 types, shapes, and grades of metal in any quantity you need. And yes, we're serious. Any metal, any size, ready fast. Locally owned on Wilson Road.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here, and the playoff action is here, and there isn't a more rewarding sportsbook in the game than Tipico. Get ready to bet on the biggest games of the year, the playoff basketball, the hockey, the actions every night. You want to make the most of every game? You've got to bet with Tipico. You'll get up to 5% cash back on your bets. Claim your new sign-up bonus now and get $150 in protected bets when you deposit $100. Sign up now. Enter the promo code TheFan150 to get your bonus. Download the Tipico Sportsbook app today. Must be 21 or older and physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions do apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When I'm not voicing Wendy's ads, I'm gaming. I stay up and fueled because Wendy's delivers late.
Are you recording a Wendy's ad? Come on!
Got 'em. Whatever you're up for, we're down. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Delivery Late Night. Open till midnight or later.
Hours and delivery availability may vary.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Patriot Air Comfort Systems in Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep your home comfortable. The Fan.
Highly medicated, barely educated. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
You know, if you're saying to yourself, I want to know what these two fat slobs look like when they do a radio show. Well, good news.
Why would you want to know that?
You can go right on the YouTube, search 971 The Fan, click on the live stream, and you can watch us do this radio show. That's not the important thing, even though that's what all the big wigs here at The Fan want to tell you. Oh, watch them. No. What you really want to do is engage in the chat. That's on the right-hand side of the screen next to the ugly idiots doing the radio show.
Yeah, don't even look at our faces.
No.
Just get in the chat.
Go to the chat. It's a friendly bunch of idiots. They're ready to welcome you with open arms. Go there now. Les Miles. He is suing LSU, claiming that the school's decision to vacate 37 of his wins from 2012 to 2015 is eliminating him from consideration for the College Football Hall of Fame. According to the suit filed in the Middle District of Louisiana, Miles is seeking appropriate remedy for the blot placed on his good name and reputation by LSU's decision. The blot.
The blot.
The blot.
He didn't blot anything on his own reputation by any of his own actions. Far from it. No.
He had level 1 recruiting violations. His winning percentage was above 600. They take wins away. Below 600, and now the 70-year-old Les Miles says he can't get in the College Football Hall of Fame. Fine. You know what? I'm not going to dive into this. I don't care. What I will tell you is it astonishes me to this day that Les Miles, as a head coach, won a national championship. And now we will play some Les Miles selections.
Go right ahead.
This is the OG for me. This is the meat and potatoes. It's short. It's sweet. It never gets old. Les Miles saying Happy Columbus Day.
Good afternoon. Just want to remind everybody that it's Columbus Day, that all those of you that know Italians and like Italians are the people that might venture onto a ship and travel to explore and find new lands. This is your day. So it's not St. Patty's Day. That's a different day entirely.
All right, that is, I think, my all-time favorite. It's the original Les Miles that we started playing on this show. This, though, maybe you're watching the Euros on TV, getting ready for the Olympics. They're going to have soccer.
Yeah.
This is Les Miles talking about FIFA and how much he enjoyed the World Cup.
The summer was marked with FIFA and FIFA action. I want you to know something. My son is truly a soccer player. He played high school soccer and loves it. He was so motivated after watching some World Cup that he bounced out to a pickup soccer game for 4 hours. Think about that one. I mean, can you imagine? Baseball has, confines. But soccer has no You just run and run and run and run, right? I enjoy that. That was a real interesting thing for me. I rooted for the USA, certainly first and foremost. Then I rooted for Costa Rica. Then I rooted for Colombia. It seemed to have a physical brand of ball that I really kind of enjoyed. But I want you to know something. The smatter of athleticism, the uniqueness of play was really great, and I'm a fan. But I got to tell you right now, when you start an acronym with F for Federation, don't you really just kind of come to mind of a guy that's carrying a gun? I mean, really, Federation International Football Association, right? It seems like maybe they should have added conglomeration. There's some other shuns in there that'll make them. I mean, I just really was intrigued. So I just figured I'd open with that.
This man can't speak English.
Les is of a generation, or at least a certain type of human who feel like main character syndrome is going on in this guy's head 24/7, right? Like where he thinks the entire world is there just to hear his stories. Whether they're good, bad, or indifferent, he's just going to tell them to you. Probably tells the same story at the grocery store. Even if the clerk is like, that's great. Are you paying with cash or credit card? What are you doing? Like, he just always is going to tell his stories no matter what.
Now, those two sound bites that I just played, those are golden oldies, okay? But I wanted to go deep into the archives and find a couple pieces of audio that we don't play on a regular basis that I think we only played maybe once. One of them, it's criminal that we don't play more often because listening back to it today, it tickles me, okay? Not this one. That's going to be the closer.
Oh, this is not the one that we criminally don't play enough?
No. But this is an underrated gem. This is Les Miles talking about on-base percentage plus slugging. So OPS in baseball, because at this point, he had just discovered advanced baseball stats. All right, here's Les Miles.
The idea that they have an on-base percentage and a slugging percentage, and they make it one statistic, I mean, that to me, kind of says that, that guy gets on base, and when he's not just getting on base, he's hitting the ball long. So, that combination, that statistic, is maybe something that everybody should look at.
Maybe we should look at that.
Hey, baseball. You should pay attention to OPS. I don't know if you're aware. This is kind of important.
This one here. All right, listen to me. Les Miles, gone from LSU at this time. This is his introductory press conference at Kansas.
Which I had almost completely forgotten about until this story came up today.
You're going to think that we doctored this audio. We did not. This is from the press conference when he was introduced as head coach at Kansas.
The style of football that we'll play, the community recognition of our players will grow. The opportunity to get out and do community enhancement and be involved with, be involved with the many things. I'm having a little heartfelt here.
I'm having a little heartfelt here. You're having a little bit of an aneurysm, my guy. Like you stroked out. That's what I thought.
You know what we need to do? We need to have that man run for president.
Dude.
Why the hell not?
That guy. By the way, if you're wondering, well, what happened in Kansas? Did he lead them to a bunch of victories?
No.
Well, he got fired because of allegations.
Yes.
And that's why he's no longer there. So maybe if you don't get those allegations, Les, maybe you have some more wins to get you into the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying?
Heartfelt. Someone else's hell is my heaven. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
You'll find slower traffic on eastbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between 315 and 71. And watch out for a disabled vehicle that's blocking the left lane and left turn lanes on southbound 23 before Powell Road. This report is sponsored by Z-Bart, who stands between your vehicle and rust, bug guts, scratches, and your best friend riding shotgun. Refresh your ride with Z-Bart Detailing Services. For a limited time, scratch removal from only $29 and window tint starting at $99. Z-Bart, your vehicle's best defense. I'm Nicole for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
You know that thing you've always been too scared to go for? It seems like you'll never have the guts. Then a cancer diagnosis. And doing that thing becomes way less scary. I would know. I've always wanted a black belt. And today, the only thing standing in my way is a few wooden boards. It's been a lot of hard work and 5 years since I beat cancer at Ohio Health. Bring it on. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keep making plans to learn more.
Skyline is turning up the heat this summer with Hot Met Cheese Conies, made with a premium Hot Met sausage from Queen City Sausage. But don't wait. Hot Met Conies are only at participating Skyline restaurants for a limited time. Come get yours today.
Common Man here for Universal Windows Direct. Universal Windows Direct is the best. Why? Number one, they have the best technology. They have window systems that last up to 5 times longer than the other jabronis. Plus, they back it up with a true lifetime warranty for as long as you own your home and a 20-year warranty to the next homeowner. And how about the deals? 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 years. Restrictions apply because they always do. Call them today, 614-502-5220. Schedule your free in-home estimate. For the last windows you'll ever need, go to uwd.com.
Life. It's full of strange twists and unexpected surprises. But at AAA, it's always been our policy to look on the plus side. And our AAA Plus members tend to take the same view. Take Martin, for example. Last Monday, his morning coffee surprised him with an extra 10 degrees of Fahrenheit. Ouch! It was just the jolt of energy he needed to start the day. Later, when his shirt was targeted by the mustard on his burger, he became a proud trendsetter.
Martin, looking good.
And when he walked face first into a sparkling glass door, he was happy to provide some much-needed entertainment for his coworkers.
I'm okay.
And of course, when his car battery took early retirement, Martin felt no resentment. He knew there was a plus side. AAA's expert roadside assistance was only a call away.
Hello, AAA. Are you in a safe location?
While we can't all be like Martin, we can become a AAA Plus member and experience the peace of mind that comes with living on the plus side. Towing is subject to a 7-day waiting period. Terms and conditions apply.
Thanks for coming with me to Meijer.
Absolutely. Ooh, I'll take one of these.
During the Meijer 7 for $7 sale, mix or match hundreds of items and pay just $1 each when you pick any 7 or more. We need bell peppers, Eckrich meat franks to grill, Powerade sports drinks for warm days, Chobani Greek yogurt, and Meijer essential paper towels.
On it. And an extra cart.
What? Why?
Well, it's only $1 each. We're getting way more than 7.
Shop the 7 for $7 sale at Meijer and pay just $1 each when you mix or match any 7 or more. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
Open your door to a gorgeous Nature Stone floor. This is Paul Keels for Nature Stone. June only, they're making huge deals for Dad with savings up to 50% off any garage floor. Schedule your free cost estimate today at naturestone.com. It's not just a floor. Wow, it's Nature Stone.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Keels. For those who are fans of going to the Memorial Tournament at Muirfield Village in Dublin, well, word coming out today that next year it'll move back to its usual date, the weekend of the Memorial Day holiday, May 26th through June 1st. Ohio State, as far as their 2025 non-conference football schedule, announcing a change today. They've dropped UConn and replaced them with Grambling State. That game will be September 6th of 2025. Game 5 of the NBA Finals tonight. Dallas at Boston. Celtics trying to close things out, owning a 3-0 lead. Mavericks trying for another win to avoid elimination. You can hear that game tonight here on The Fan. Baseball, Cincinnati Reds at Pittsburgh. Off night for the Guardians and the Clippers. This update brought to you by Nature Stone. Schedule your free cost estimate today at naturestone.com. It's not just a floor. Wow, it's Nature Stone. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Objects in radio may be dumber than they appear. This is Man and Bone.
Gonna take some gasoline, burn her house down.
Yeah.
Happy Monday.
You know, I saw a band over the weekend, Mike, I think you would actually like.
Who's that?
They're called Super Heaven.
No, you told me about Super Heaven.
Did you go listen to them?
As a matter of fact, they have 2 studio albums that they released.
Yes.
2.
Yes.
I ordered both of them.
You liked them?
Yes.
Good.
I enjoyed them very much.
I saw them this weekend, and it was an interesting little thing because they came up on stage. That song reminded me of, it's similar sound, similar vibe a little bit to that type of band. They sound like they belong in the 90s.
Yes.
But they had a little bit of an issue with, I would say they had not quite as bad of a day as your house getting burned down, but something like that. They arrived at this concert and said, yes, all of our gear was not here today. So they said they had to go to a local music shop and then buy everything to do the show.
That doesn't seem cost effective.
No, well, they said it's all going back tomorrow. So they said this like 2 songs in, and the whole time I'm watching them up on stage, I'm going, they're playing with rented equipment. You know, it'd be the most rock and roll thing right now is if at the end of this set, they just took the guitar and jammed it right through the amp.
I bet you they didn't do that.
They did not. I think they kept the receipts and turned it all in. But yeah. There you go. I'm glad you checked it out. That's good.
The segment that's not a segment, Yikes, at 4:34. Jason's Beef at 5:34. All right, let's talk about this. Good thing we have a radio show to talk about it.
Yes.
Joe DeLeon, a college football and draft analyst for Believe, went viral on X after he said he was forced to eat his way through the McDonald's menu as punishment for losing his fantasy football league. He said, I finished in last place in fantasy football, and tomorrow I have to do my punishment. I have to sit on a McDonald's, sit on a McDonald's for 24 hours unless I can eat my way out of it. Here's the key I was given by a league mate for what I can eat to shorten my time. Then every menu item has an amount of time that's knocked off if you eat it.
It's like the full menu.
Fine, we'll talk about
and
that.
And there's like minutes associated with what everything you eat takes 15 minutes up to an hour of time off, depending on how big the item is.
First of all, I'm not saying that this place doesn't exist. I'm just saying that I don't know of any of them. Maybe Joe De Leon does. I know of 24-hour McDonald's. I do not know of any 24-hour McDonald's that have a dining room open all the time.
True enough.
Where you can just sit down and make this happen. Maybe there is such a place, or maybe he's full of crap. I don't know.
Oh, it could be that he thought it was open 24 hours, and then probably if he tried to stay there, they would have said, hey, you can't stay in here. You can go sit in the parking lot or something, but you're not allowed to sit in the restaurant. Maybe it sounds like he didn't have to find out yet, because I guess he got out of it, right? He eventually
he got out of it?
I think he eventually ate his way out, they said.
Well, fine. Here's some random items. A bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. If you eat one of those, that takes 45 minutes off of your time.
Oh. Well,
okay,
there you go.
If you eat a Big Mac, it's 45 minutes off of your time. If you eat a double quarter pounder with cheese, 60 minutes off of your time.
There we go.
If you decide for some reason to eat the apple slices from the Happy Meal, it's only 5 minutes off of your time.
Why? Yeah. Why would you other than if you're getting it for a child, because you're trying to at least give them some nutritional value, why would you eat that if you're going to McDonald's as an adult?
If you get in the ball pit at McDonald's, because apparently it's 1987 and they still have one, that also takes 5 minutes off of your time.
Why would you want to do that? Just eat the food.
I don't understand any of this.
This is not a punishment.
To me, this is glorious. You're telling me I get to sit inside McDonald's all day, and graze on food. Friends will come and visit me and sit with me and BS about things. I have nothing else to do that day other than my responsibility, air quotes, is to sit in a McDonald's and eat food all day. Sign me up.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I mean, I've hung out at McDonald's for very long amounts of time just because I had, with the kids, I've taken them to go to a play place, and we've sat in there for over an hour and a half. And that was me not being punished. That was me taking my kids to go do something, get lunch, and then as they're sitting there playing, I'm enjoying the food. I'm just looking on my phone. If you told me I had to sit in McDonald's for 8 hours, I would say, what's the catch? And they would say, no, that's your punishment. I would say, awesome. Let me go do that. I'll have fun in there.
Let me tell you something. Here's what you had for breakfast. All right, let's do some maths. Can you write this down?
Yeah, I'll write it all down. Let's see if we can add this all up.
All right, now this is 24 hours. Okay,
so you're taking the time off with all these different things.
Yes, I'm getting there. Let's say I'm getting there at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Well,
okay,
get as early as you can so you can get the head start.
I'm going to get there at 6 or 5. So they're serving breakfast. I'm going to get myself a big breakfast with hot cakes. Okay. That knocks off 2 hours.
Does it really?
That's 120 minutes. Knock it off.
So a big breakfast, remind me, that is
that's
hash
brown, sausage, pancakes, biscuit.
That's nothing. That would, okay, yes.
Let me finish.
120 minutes for that.
So you and I
22 hours.
aren't just eating that.
No.
Okay?
No.
Give me a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit on the side of that. That's knocking another 45 minutes off.
Okay. So now we're at 21:15. 21 hours, 15 minutes to go.
The sausage burrito, I like them, and they come in twos. So they're 30 minutes each. Throw that in two.
So
I can eat both of those.
So it's an hour if you eat
It's an hour if you eat two of them.
Okay.
You know what? Let's do an extra hash brown, too. That's 25 minutes.
Okay. So that'll take us under 20 hours to go. Good job. I'm very proud of what you're doing so far.
I feel accomplished.
4 hours and 5 minutes, Mike.
Yeah, that's great.
And that's just breakfast.
Yeah.
Just breakfast.
All right, then lunchtime comes. 10:30 is lunchtime.
How long are you going to wait, though?
Hang on.
You going to enjoy yourself for an hour?
No, actually,
walk around?
This is a good point, Timmy, because if you get there at 6 a.m., you have to wait until, 10:30 for it to change over to lunch. You might want to get there at 9, so you can then, by the time you finish this meal, walk it off, you're ready for another meal, but go ahead.
Yeah, but he's right, though, because you're going to be able to eat enough to where this will just be a nice 6 to 8 hour day.
Okay.
In there.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. You can enjoy yourself. They've got those tables now where you can touch them and lights flash and all that.
Yes,
they got
Timmy,
little games on the walls.
That's for the children. But
Oh,
yes,
but it's for us for this day.
The children.
Just pointing out, they also have slides and ball pits. But yes,
sure.
They still have the ball pit?
No, you know what? I think they've gotten.
I
rid
think
of
that's
this. You're
gone.
Right. They got rid of all that.
The one on Sawmill in Dublin has a nice new play place.
Well, no, I don't think they have
ball pit.
They don't have
I
the
don't
ball
know
pit.
if it's got the ball
That's
pit.
what we're saying. They have all kinds of other stuff in there. Just the ball pit.
They like hide needles and stuff in there, don't they?
Do they?
Well, not them. Bad people.
I've had friends that would drop deuces in those ball pits.
There you go.
Terrible, though.
See,
I don't condone that.
I like how Timmy said, "I've had friends."
it wasn't
mean
you, Timmy.
And
years ago.
What I learned today, Teddy, is that Mike has put needles into kids' ball pits, and
No,
Timmy has pooped in them.
I said that's what I heard.
No,
I didn't do that. Come on. That's gross.
I also heard that if you flash your lights at somebody when you're driving because they don't have theirs on, it's like a gang initiation. They follow you to your destination. They kill you.
That's a thing?
No, it's not. That's
my
a
mom
thing.
sends it to me on like a forwarded message every 6 months.
That's one of those emails you get if you're over 60. That gets passed around, shared on Facebook. Everybody panics.
I just scream at people inside my own car because I know they're not going to listen.
Good way to do it. All right, so we have like 20 hours left to go.
One Big Mac and 1 quarter pounder with cheese. Both of those 45 minutes. Take it off your time.
Okay, so that's an hour. What is that? An hour and a half? That's what two of those 45 minutes is. Yeah,
yes.
So
90 minutes.
Okay.
Hey, Teddy's just upset with our math. Feel free to help us calculate, Ted.
I didn't think it was that difficult. I'm sorry. 45 plus 45 is an hour and a half.
I have to count the hours up, Bone. I can't subtract the hours. That confuses me.
Yeah. All right. Go. Well, we're at like 5 hours and 40 minutes.
35 minutes.
35. Yep. Okay.
Per medium, 30 minutes taken off per medium fry.
Oh. Well,
I could just graze on those all day.
You're going to eat. If you're allowed to get those with breakfast, you could have been eating 6 or 7 of those by now, but let's just say you get 2 medium fries with each of your sandwiches.
Well, he had hash browns earlier, so maybe that would replace the fries.
That's right. Okay, well, let's say you get a fry with each of your sandwiches, 2 medium fries.
2 medium fry.
Taking down to
that's
under
an hour.
Yes, you're under 18 hours now.
A McChicken is taking the same amount of time off as a quarter pounder with cheese.
What?
That's like a 3-bite.
McChicken is easy. That's a $1 menu item.
Dude.
So 45 minutes for each McChicken that goes in your gullet.
You could easily eat. You could get 3 hours off this by eating 4 McChickens. Is that right?
Yes.
It's an hour and a half for every 2 of them. So, all right. Let's say you eat 4 McChickens.
That last week.
But I'm saying you've also eaten a big breakfast, a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, 2 sausage burritos, hash brown, a Big Mac, quarter pounder, 2 fries, and now I'm saying 4 McChickens. But that would take 3 hours off. That would put you at 14 hours and 25 minutes left to go.
Filet of fish also take 45 minutes off.
Okay. So
I get down at least 2 of those throughout the day.
Okay. So that puts us at another hour and a half gone. So you're under 13 hours, I believe. Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. I may just stick.
All right, so
for the rest of the time.
So let's say you
visit
ate
with my friends.
Let's just stay. Hang on. Let's say you ate all that food that you just laid out there, okay? That would put you at 12 and a half hours left to go, which means you've been there. What I'm saying is if you were there for 13 hours, that's all the amount of food you would have to eat and you could leave. So if you got there at, let's say, 9 a.m., you could leave by 8 p.m.
It's a hard day's work, but I'll take it.
Because the time is ticking away too here.
Right, you are subtracting time.
Yeah, so I took you down to, you would have to serve 12 hours and 55 minutes. But if you went there for 13 hours essentially, throw another fry
It's a 24-hour period.
Yeah,
but
you're good.
For everything you eat, you get to subtract the time off that period. So yeah, the time is ticking away and you're subtracting it and you're enjoying great food.
I'm saying,
I don't see what the punishment is.
No, you could literally, what you're being told is you have to go to a McDonald's at 9 in the morning and stay till 9 o'clock at night.
Enjoy a day at one of America's fine institutions and have incredible food.
Get to sit in the air conditioning.
Oh man, do they have electricity at McDonald's?
Yes,
they got Wi-Fi too,
unlike
right?
Timmy's house.
Yeah, there's Wi-Fi.
By the way, I mean, public restrooms are not always everybody's favorite thing, but in this case, if you're going to be there for a while, you might even be able to go up and say, hey, do you know when the restroom's going to be cleaned again? You don't have to do it on my behalf. Just tell me when it's going to be clean.
I'll clean them out of boredom.
Well, I'm saying
Timmy's got Comet and Ajax.
I'll do them right, too. That place will be, that whole restaurant, I'll walk around with my spray bottle and my towel. The tables will be spotless. The floors will be amazing.
How long have you been working here? Oh, I don't work here.
I just
here for the day.
Just trying to help out society.
Did they mention the apple pies? What do you get for an apple pie? Is that on there? Because I'm wondering if the apple pie is on there. Like, see,
No
apple pie. You got to give me something for apple pie. Because
What did he eat after the McChickens? What was the last thing he ate after the 4 McChickens?
2 fillet of fish.
2 fillets.
2 fillet of fish.
No
Also-
apple pies, you say?
No.
Well, they don't have it on here as
Not on here?
they don't have a price point for it, so you know how many minutes you get. I'm just telling you, if you put apple pies on there, I could be out in like 4 hours.
That's going to be like 30 minutes, I would think.
I would
something
think,
like that,
yeah.
right?
And I'm saying I could just eat apple pies all day if I had to. That and like the double cheeseburgers, I'd be gone.
Ryan Day lands a commit. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
Watch out for a disabled vehicle that's causing a 15-minute slowdown on northbound 315 at Jewett Road. It is stop and go from Highview Drive. And we also have slow traffic on northbound 71 on the south side between Green Lawn Avenue and I-70. This report is sponsored by Lipton Iced Tea. Relaxing by the pool in summertime? Could it get any better? A cooler of Lipton Iced Tea, if only you had something to pair it with. Someone order Uber Eats. Do summer the easy way and get $5 off your next Uber Eats order and select Lipton 12 packs. See pack for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Men, this is Jeff, and I'm one of the owners of Tri-State Men's Health, where we treat men's sexual health issues here in our area. I say our area because I'm from here, and I'm proud that the practices in the Tri-State region are leading the charge against erectile dysfunction, low testosterone, and other conditions that affect a man's sexual well-being. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're experts in dealing with these problems. For ED, we have a variety of treatment options and treatment combinations that if you're like most men, you'll get your sex life back. And I can say this with all confidence as we have the protocols that work in well over 90% of cases. If you're suffering with the fatigue, low sex drive, bad sleep, brain fog, and other symptoms of low testosterone, our treatment plans are highly effective with most men seeing significant changes in just a few weeks. So call Tri-State Men's Health today. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 2 convenient locations, just off 270 in Hilliard and near the Medical Mile in Westerville. Tri-State Men's Health, a Promenic restorative health practice.
When I'm not voicing Wendy's ads, I'm gaming. I stay up and fueled because Wendy's delivers late.
Are you recording a Wendy's ad? Come on!
Got 'em. Whatever you're up for, we're down. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Delivery Late Night. Open till midnight or later.
Hours and delivery availability may vary.
Another day is here, and you're ready for it. What to wear? Check. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Check. Planning for what's next and how to save for it? That's where Bank of America can help. For your financial to-dos, Bank of America has experts ready to help get you closer to your goals. Get started at one of our Central Ohio financial centers or 24/7 in our mobile banking app. Find a location near you at bankofamerica.com/talktous. What would you like the power to do? Mobile banking requires downloading the app and is only available for select devices. Message and data rates may apply. Bank of America N.A., member FDIC.
Are your feet stopping you from being active and making it difficult to get healthier? Trade in your bad feet and start the new year with good feet and get healthy in 2024. Wouldn't it be nice to work, walk, and play pain-free again?
Rise and shine, jabronis.
What a show this morning.
There's only one place where Buckeye legends lay the smackdown. Morning Juice with Bobby and Beamer.
Weekday mornings starting at 6.
Give me a juice box,
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
The Ohio Egg Fest is back for its 10th year. Join us for this big green egg grilling competition at Fortress Obetz on Saturday, July 27th. Enjoy all-you-can-eat food, live music, cooking demos, and more. Don't miss out on discounted big green egg grill packages. Get your tickets online at theohioeggfest.com today before they sell out.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate, not one based on anyone else. So if you drive safely, you could save money. Good to know. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today.
Low Fiber Business is now in Ohio, and your business is our priority. Low Fiber delivers reliably fast, custom, and prepackaged internet plans to meet the growing needs of your business. And our dependable 24/7 personal support means your business stays connected. Low Fiber is here, and we mean business. Find out more at 833-WANT-GLOW or visit glowfiberbusiness.com today. Glow Fiber Business is not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
I don't know what I want to do. I'm just not sure that college is right for me.
Have you considered a career in dental assisting? I love my job as a dental assistant. I have flexible work hours, the money is good, and I get to work in a professional, people-oriented dental office. What I really love about my job is knowing that I give people a healthy smile.
For more information about becoming a dental assistant, contact your high school guidance counselor. Or if you are no longer in school, talk to a dentist in your community or visit ODA.org. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association. Don't let a cold, sinus infection, or allergies ruin your day. Breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier with Navage. Visit Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, or a store near you.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
It's going to be a hot and stormy evening with pop-up showers and thunderstorms across the area. These are rolling through with some gusty winds, heavy rain, and small hail. They'll continue for another few hours. Once we get past sunset, our temperatures fall from the 90s back down into the 80s. By midnight, we're going to be dipping into the 70s, but we don't fall too much from there. Overnight lows staying in the mid-70s. I'm meteorologist Madison Reich with your Dopplerton forecast on The Fan.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Did you feel that? It's your radio getting fatter. Getting fatter.
Chubby time.
This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Bone, give me a winner.
Let's go. A winner?
Give me a number, and then I'll tell you what you can win.
Let's go with 3.
Call number 3 right now. 614-821-9710 gets a family 5-pack of tickets, plus paddock passes to the Honda Indy 200 at Mid-Ohio, Friday, July 5th through Sunday, July 7th. Passes are good for the entire weekend. Tickets can be purchased at midohio.com/tickets.
Let's go.
Let's go indeed.
IndyCar racing in Mid-Ohio. It's great. If you've never been, you should check it out.
Got an email from Ohio State today. They have made a change to their 2025 football schedule, the non-conference portion. They were supposed to play UConn
in football. Just to be clear, just in case you hear that and go, Buckeye basketball is going to play UConn?
No, this is football. And they have mutually agreed to cancel that game.
Okay.
So dry your eyes. No more UConn. Instead, they will face Grambling State on September 6th. They are an FCS opponent. Says the Buckeyes have played Youngstown State 3 times, most recently last season, and Florida A&M once in 2013, and now this game.
Okay.
We talk about FBS schools.
Obviously, Grambling State, a historic program, but also it's an FCS school, which I know, as much as that's cool for the history, it's not cool from the standpoint of your UConn is not exactly a great opponent either.
No, I know.
I don't know why we insist on playing these games that are non-FBS schools.
Shouldn't be allowed, and I don't care if other teams are doing it. Hold yourself to a higher standard. There's plenty of bum teams you can schedule that are FBS opponents. So here's what the non-conference schedule looks like. This is all, of course, subject to change, just like this game with UConn was subject to change. So 2025, home against Texas on August 30th. Now it's Grambling on September 6th. Home against the Ohio Bobcats on September 13th. 2026 non-conference schedule. Ball State at home, at Texas, and then Kent State at home. 2027, Bowling Green at home, New Hampshire at home. Now, I guess the running joke is, will Ryan Day be here to coach that game against New Hampshire?
Something. If he ain't here, that game ain't happening, buddy. We'll reschedule.
And then home against Alabama on September 18th. That's 2027. Then 2028, Buffalo at home, the return at Alabama, and then Northern Illinois.
Okay.
That's the non-conference schedule from 2025 to 2028.
By the way, do you guys know who UConn hired as its head football coach? Kind of a familiar name there.
No idea.
Former NFL head coach. Dad has a famous soundbite press conference blow up.
Jim Mora.
It? Jim Mora.
Not Jim Mora Jr.
Jim L. Mora.
Yes.
Doesn't like to be Jim Mora Jr., right?
Right. I did not know that, but when you said Dad has a famous soundbite, that got me thinking.
And Randy Edsall, if you remember, Randy Edsall was there, kind of built that program up, left and took the Maryland gig.
And then went back.
Everyone hated him here, like dealing with him in the Big Ten, like media-wise, was awful. Then went back to UConn, then got fired right in the middle of the season. And I think he even... He put out a release saying that he would stay and finish out the year. And then something happened. He probably got in a fight with one of the AD or something, and he was abruptly gone before that next game happened.
That's good.
You know more about UConn football than anyone I've ever met. Congratulations, Timmy.
AD, I believe the UConn AD is like, sorry, I'm focused on 2 basketball programs over here. I ain't got time for the football program. Do we still have one of those?
All right, Ryan Day lands a commit. 3-star running back, 5'11", 208. His name is Isaiah West. He's from St. Joseph's Prep in Philadelphia. He is the 45th ranked running back. Hey, that's a good sign. Archie.
Well, I was
45.
going to say, I mean, the last signing we had in the running back room was named Bo Jackson. Are we getting someone else whose name is, I don't know, like, are we getting like Herschel Walker? Is that who's coming in next?
Isaiah West.
Okay, good.
Anyway, he committed from Kentucky, visited here in May, fell in love with the campus. They offered him. He said, screw you, Kentucky. I'm going to be with Bo Jackson.
That's right.
In the 2025 class.
All right. That's nice. Glad they're getting a guy who's, I don't know, 3-star rating, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Not the highest rated recruit, but sounds like a guy they like.
They apparently have their eyes on one more running back for the 2025 class. They'd like to get 3 guys in.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a necessity because you're going to have a couple guys probably leaving after this year if all things go as we hope they do. If not, I mean, you expect the amount of success this program you want it to have and what you think these 2 running backs you have there, you would expect both of them probably going to be trying the NFL waters, right? Travion was a surprise to come back this year. And, you know, you've got Quinshon Judkins who's going to be eligible to go to the draft this year. So you're going to need to load up and bring in the next crop. So that makes sense.
Tell me more about UConn, Mr. Science. How's the house, Timmy?
Yeah, that's about all I got for UConn. That's what the College Football Pulse segment on the Buckeye Show will do for you. The house
Timmy had no power at the house for the entire weekend.
It was a hell of a Father's Day weekend. I'll be going over this more in the first segment of the show tonight, but let me tell you, that is high up there on the list of annoying things, frustrating things that have ever happened as a homeowner. Just inconveniences in general, from Friday afternoon all the way until 30 minutes before I came to work today. It was like we were just glamping, you know, where we had like a cabin in the woods that was powered by solar panels, and you had maybe a few lights and a couple of power outlets to charge a phone or 2.
Right.
But nothing. TVs didn't operate, electronics, appliances, internet tower is out.
That's all
AC is the big thing. The air conditioner is out.
Can I tell you something, though? This bothers me. When people talk about, we're soft now. Our ancestors were so hardy. We can't even live a whole weekend without air conditioning. That's because we're conditioned to it. We know
conditioned to it.
We know of air conditioning, okay? You take Lewis and Clark, explorers of the West.
Yeah,
right?
That's right.
These guys are roughing it, obviously. They don't have modern conveniences. But you put them in a house, air conditioning for 6 months.
Of course.
All right?
Yeah.
They get used to it. Then all of a sudden you rip that away from them. They're going to be bitching and moaning just like we do.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you talk about this, too. I'm not looking for perspective in that moment. It sucks.
Yes.
It's
the ultimate first world problem.
Yes,
and it sucks.
But it is. We all have air. Every one of my friends is sitting in their house watching golf and having the air conditioner blast them in the face, and I'm not.
I will also point out first world problems usually don't involve, like, you could die from them. You know, like, people do die if they don't have air conditioning in the heat, right? There are people who literally can't survive if that happens. So, yeah, Timmy, losing the power at your house is not I mean, I get it. We're all accustomed to having power in our house. So it's all a first world problem to a degree. But no, not having air conditioning when it's 95 degrees out, that is rough.
My father will do that. Like, when we were kids, we just went outside and played all day. It's like, yeah, because you had a hell mouth as a house that was 90 degrees. You had no air conditioning.
Yeah,
Of course you didn't want to stick around the house. Why would you? You had no video games, no cable television, no air conditioning.
Yes, I actually admire. There's a kid in our neighborhood when I come home a lot of times, he's out in the driveway, like a teenage kid, but I've seen in the last few years, he is out there rain, shine, snow. I've seen him out there shooting buckets on his little basketball hoop. And I have thought, that kid is doing that despite there being video games, 24/7
He's got temptations
sports.
inside.
He's got,
and
I'm
warmth.
saying, if you want to go talk about Pistol Pete being out there practicing Ghoul, I don't know if this kid's any good at basketball, but he's probably more dedicated than anybody else from that era because they didn't have any other temptations. They didn't have anything else keeping them inside. He did.
Coming up next, Yikes. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
You're going to hit a delay just a couple minutes on eastbound 70 on the east side between Hamilton Road and 270. And we've got another slowdown on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Donato's Pizza. Every piece is important. If you love what Donato's puts on their pizza, you're going to love what they're taking off. Now get 20% off all your Donato's favorites when you order online or with the app. Use promo code 20. Donato's. Every piece is important. I'm Nicole for 97.1. The Fan Traffic.
More and more people are falling into problem gambling. Mary Haven's experts offer comprehensive care. You and your loved ones can count on mental, emotional, and financial guidance.
Confidential and judgment-free. Go to maryhaven.com today.
Big things are happening on the east side.
We're ready to deal. Come negotiate during May's Dealin' Days at Lindsay Honda. Lower payments, better financing, more value for any trade. Shop lindsayhonda.com and see new Hondas with thousands in savings plus many other deals. We'll work hard to get you a payment you can afford. Now, during May Dealin' Days at Lindsay Honda.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference.
See lindsayhonda.com for program details.
If your garage door is so old that somehow it was there before your house was, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, transforming the look of people's homes with beautiful Clopay doors. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
People can't say enough amazing things about Vanscoy Hair Clinics. Men and women struggle with hair loss every day, and they completely change their lives. Vanscoy Hair Clinics is the only company in Ohio that has PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and a multi-unit hair grafting hair transplant procedure. Go to vanscoyhair.com for more info, or call 614-432-8042. Here's what some of their hair transplant clients have said.
Around 26, 27, I lost almost all of my hair on top. It changed my life in ways that I cannot imagine.
My hair is going to continue growing for the rest of my life.
There is hope that you can do something about your hair loss.
Multi-unit hair grafting gives you 3 times more hair per procedure, saving you time and money. Hair transplants are more affordable than ever, and PRP is a fast, easy, and effective 45-minute treatment for thinning or damaged hair. Call Vanscoy for a free consultation, 614-432-8042, or visit vanscoyhair.com. That's 614-432-8042. Find out what procedure will restore your hair.
All your favorite fan shows are on YouTube. Watch us live or on demand by searching 971 The Fan. Which fan host will awkwardly scratch their privates? Let's find out together. Find us on YouTube, The Fan.
Now at White Castle, you can get 12 chicken rings for just $3.99. Tender on the inside, crispy on the outside. Choose from classic, Hidden Valley Ranch, or new smoky barbecue. White Castle. Follow your crave. Limited time only at participating castles. Tax not included.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for over 30,000 mouth-watering choices with savings beyond low prices, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. More savings and more inspiring flavors make Kroger worth it every time. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Right now, enjoy buy one, get one free deals on select items from Entenmann's, Wonder Bread, Vita Coco Water, and more with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Welcome to the Plus Side, where a AAA Plus membership means that an empty gas tank won't keep you from a full day, and where a dead battery can't stop you from being the life of the party. Because on the Plus Side, roadside mishaps don't have to ruin your day. With AAA Plus, tire changes, battery swaps, and emergency fuel are just a tap away. AAA gets to you faster, and if you need a tow, we'll take you further. Become a member today and experience peace of mind on the Plus Side. Towing is subject to a 7-day waiting period. Terms and conditions apply.
Most businesses have one tagline.
Boring.
Which is why at Sunny Street Cafe,
We got 7.
and here's our number 2.
Sunny Street Cafe, serving pancakes so fluffy you could sleep on them.
Now with 8 locations.
Nothing makes being outdoors better than having the right gear and the right crew. So here's an idea. Let Mountain Dew supply the gear and you bring the friends. Because when you buy specially marked multi-packs of Mountain Dew, you can collect points and earn epic limited edition outdoor gear. We're talking everything from custom Mountain Dew camp chairs and backpack coolers to exclusive Mountain Dew tents, fishing boats, and more. So buy Dew, collect points, get gear, and get outside with Mountain Dew outdoor gear.
Open to legal U.S. residents 18+. Subject to program terms at dewoutdoors.com. Ends 12/31/24. Void or prohibited.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Just be glad you aren't as stupid as these two.
Oh, yes.
This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Happy Monday. You know it's a good day when T-Bone's got to read you something.
Well, Mike, this was left in the studio with no explanation, but we were told to read it, so I'm going to read it as is.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
The best of 2 leagues meet again this summer. MLS versus Liga MX face off in the 2024 MLS All-Star, starting Sunday, July 21st.
All-Star what?
I don't know. After a weekend of soccer celebrations, MLS All-Star Skills Challenge presented by AT&T will come to Lower.com Field on Tuesday, July 23rd, featuring MLS All-Stars versus Liga MX All-Stars as they show off the best of their skills. The 2 teams will match up once more at the 2024 MLS All-Star Game presented by Target on Wednesday, July 24th. For more information on tickets and events, visit MLSsoccer.com/All-Star.
What does that mean?
I don't know if that means they're playing twice.
They're not playing twice.
That would make no sense. I mean, they're probably saying match up once again because they didn't play a couple years and now they're playing again.
I see.
But what are they doing on Sunday, July 21st? Are they playing? I don't know.
That's not the game.
No, the game's on Wednesday, July 24th.
Right.
And then the skills competition is July 23rd.
Here's what you need. Here's what you need to know. If you're enjoying soccer, you want to attend the All-Star Game and all the festivities,
sure.
Go to the website that T-Bone said.
MLSsoccer.com/All-Star.
Yes. Time for Yikes. Oaks Amusement Park is located in Portland, Oregon. People go there to ride coasters and risk molestation from people who work there. One of the happening rides is called Atmosphere. It's like a big pendulum thing that flings you into the air and flips you upside down. I would puke on it.
I'm guessing the fear part of atmosphere is spelled FEAR. Is that how that works?
Yes.
Okay.
It's all fun and games till the ride stops working when you're stuck upside down. Yikes. That's exactly what happened on Friday. 28 people were stuck upside down. The fire department was called, presumably because the Carnival Disaster Squad was not available, and the firefighters were manually able to turn this thing enough to get it to, not be upside down. People were crying as they were getting rescued, but good news, the amusement park said that folks could apply for a refund. Oh, yikes. Only store credit, though.
That's right. Yeah, that's very, very true. Well, Mike, we have the heat dome here, as you know, but that's not happening everywhere in the U.S. Winter storm warnings are posted for large areas of the Montana and Idaho mountains, with forecasts of 4 to 8 inches above 6,000 feet in Glacier National Park, and 6 to 15 inches in the Sapphire and Bitterroot Ranges. I know where those are, including Lost Trail Pass. Apparently in Montana, it's one more dance with winter before they get to what they say in this weather report will be much higher temperatures by the end of the week. So enjoy it while it lasts, I guess, up there in Montana. But until then, yikes.
All right. The Reds had only one win against the Brewers over the weekend, but it was quite the doozy. Yeah, let this sink in. Before Friday, no MLB team in the last 40 years had won when the opponent bunted into the last out with a tying and go-ahead runs in scoring position, or won despite making at least 5 more errors and issuing at least 5 more walks than their opponent. Yikes. The Reds did both of those things by beating the Brewers 6-5. Yikes.
Who keeps track of that?
Stat people.
Someone.
Jayson Stark.
Seattle has a drive-through coffee place where the baristas work in bikinis. Let's allow a little yikes just for that. One of the ladies, her name is Emma, is used to a certain customer complaining about the prices of things every time he comes. Well, the customer ordered a 32-ounce coffee and a 24-ounce water, which I assume was bottled, which totaled about $22. A little yikes for that, too.
Wow. Jeez. Whoa. I guess you pay a lot to have the bikini-clad lady bring it to you. All right.
She often tries to diffuse these situations by charging him an even 20, but this time she claims the customer insisted on paying less than that. Here's a quote from Emma. "No one is forcing you to come here. The argument that he didn't know or was scammed doesn't hold up. The prices are listed," she said. He then got out of the car and threw his coffee drink back through the window at Emma.
Oh, no.
Yikes. But Emma then decided to grab a hammer, which was right next to her for some reason, and shatter the dude's windshield. Yikes. He has since been banned from the store, and I have no problem with any of this except the $22 for coffee and water. Yikes.
YouTube is receiving criticism for placing advertising on videos that show people how to perform CPR and other life-saving medical procedures. Apparently, it is believed that at least one person in Germany has died as a result of this.
Oh, so they start watching it? And then there's an ad
like, oh my God, you're choking.
Let me
see how to pull up their phone, do the Heimlich maneuver.
I'm waiting for the ad.
CPR, what do I do? So apparently they said an ad played for 18 seconds over one of these videos in a time where someone did sadly lose their life while someone was trying to look this up while they're waiting for EMS to show up.
Oh, God.
Investigators believe that could have been enough time to save a person's life. Hey, YouTube, maybe don't put advertising on life-saving information. Yikes.
All right. Tiger Woods has said he doesn't want to be a ceremonial golfer, which is someone who just shows up to the events to be seen and not play well. Well,
too late, buddy.
I think we've reached that point. Here's his results for his last 9 events. Withdrawal, miscut, tied for 45th, withdrawal. He finished 18th out of 20 golfers in his own charity event. Withdrawal, 60th, miscut. Yikes.
About that time.
Scientists from UFC and USC.
I would like to see the UFC scientists with cauliflower ear.
Have confirmed that the Earth's inner core is rotating more slowly than the planet's surface. The study published in Nature provides evidence that the inner core began to decrease in speed around 2010, marking the first time in approximately 40 years that it's moving slower than the Earth's mantle. What happened the last time this happened? Nothing. What will happen this time? They have no idea. It may make our days longer than 24 hours by like a millisecond. In summary, it's troubling, except it's really not, and there's nothing we can do about it anyway. So pretend I never started talking. Yikes.
I just think it's cool they can figure that out. That's amazing.
Well, they think they can figure it out.
Well, true enough. Caitlin Fung is accused of stealing from her college roommate. Yikes. But that type of crime happens every day. Roommates, unfortunately, steal from each other, so not really big news. The amount she's alleged to have stolen is slightly more significant, $51,000 of designer clothing and accessories. Yikes. But both of these girls were roommates at NYU, so probably not even that surprising that a student at NYU might have some richer and finer tastes, right? What makes this a huge yikes, for me at least, is the student whose stuff was stolen is the daughter of an owner of a Russian gold mine. He is a Russian oligarch. He is very close friends with Vladimir Putin. I would not steal from anyone who is friends with Vladimir Putin. That sounds not good. Yikes.
All right, Bryson DeChambeau, he won the U.S. Open yesterday, and he may need to thank his salty balls. Yikes. Yes. Bryson, he soaks his balls in Epsom salt to make sure they're not out of balance. Well, he used to do it, but now his manager actually does it for him. Well, apparently, the golf balls, they're sometimes out of balance due to the manufacturing process. The heavy side floats to the bottom, and then they mark the top of it with a dot to make sure it's always rolling over itself. So be sure to soak your balls in Epsom salt so you too can hit the ball straighter. Yikes.
Billionaire owner guy wants your cash. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
You'll find a 5-minute slowdown on westbound 670 between Grandview Avenue and I-70. And watch out for an accident that's on both east and westbound West Broad Street near 315. Police are on scene there, causing a couple minutes slowdown. This report is sponsored by Lipton Iced Tea. Relaxing by the pool in summertime? Could it get any better? A cooler of Lipton Iced Tea. If only you had something to pair it with. Someone order Uber Eats. Do summer the easy way and get $5 off your next Uber Eats order and select Lipton 12 packs. See pack for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Earn a $200 cash bonus at BMI Federal Credit Union when you open a new free checking account. Visit bmifcu.org/free for more details.
At Take 5, we're faster than you think. That means we'll change your oil and have you back on the road before you can count all the change in your center console. Cha-ching, baby. Just sit back and relax while our fast, friendly team does all the work. Take 5, the stay-in-your-car 10-minute oil change.
Hey, welcome to the IKEA Midsummer Sale. Hello. Save up to 50% on outdoor furniture and indoor essentials and have your best summer.
Oh, how about storage for my inflatable flamingos?
We've got you covered. Let's turn your space into a summer haven with space for birds.
Awesome.
Visit us in store from June 12th to July 9th or at ikea-usa.com/midsummer. Offer valid dates may vary. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary by store and online. See store on ikea-usa.com/midsummer for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. If you listen to my show every day, congratulations, you're getting the best. Now I want you to drive the best. But unlike the lie I told before, Jermaine Lexus really is the best. I just picked up my brand new RX 350 a few weeks ago. It is fabulous. They want to make you a customer for life. Right now, rates are as low as 1.9%. Lease payments are as low as $489 a month. And the Memorial Courtesy vehicles are now on the lot. Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. Check them out online, JermaineLexus.com. Tell them Common Man sent you.
O'Reilly. Protect your vehicle's engine with Syntec and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Syntec Full Synthetic Motor Oil is formulated for today's engines to protect against wear and deposits. Get 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic and a MicroGuard Select filter for just $33.99 in-store only. Limit supply. Learn more at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
When I'm not voicing Wendy's ads, I'm gaming. I stay up and fueled because Wendy's delivers late.
Are you recording a Wendy's ad? Come on!
Got 'em. Whatever you're up for, we're down. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Delivery Late Night. Open till midnight or later.
Hours and delivery availability may vary.
The Fan is your home for the Dallas Cowboys.
No, we're not. You can't say that. Take 2.
The Fan is your home of the Buckeyes. Yes, that's right. Same thing, but more playoff success. Now give Big Voice Guy another brandy. Thank you. The Fan.
Hey, guys, it's summer and time to do more outdoors, but do you feel out of energy, lacking motivation, and mental focus? It could be low testosterone. Low T affects millions of men and happens naturally. The solution? Testosterone replacement therapy at Low T Center. It starts with a quick test and results are fast. Don't wait. Take control of your health. And now, Low T Center is offering a free initial test. So if you're over 30, schedule a visit at lowtcenter.com today. Offer till July 6th. That's lowtcenter.com. Terms and conditions apply.
The Ohio Egg Fest is back for its 10th year. Join us for this big green egg grilling competition at Fortress Obets on Saturday, July 27th. Enjoy all-you-can-eat food, live music, cooking demos, and more. Don't miss out on discounted big green egg grill packages. Get your tickets online at theohioeggfest.com today before they sell out.
Skyline is turning up the heat this summer with Hot Met Cheese Conies, made with a premium Hot Met sausage from Queen City Sausage. But don't wait. Hot Met Conies are only at participating Skyline restaurants for a limited time. Come get yours today.
Hey, it's Chaps. Here's something that we need to clear up. I'm sure this term sounds familiar. GLP-1. It's everywhere. Take an injection, stop feeling hungry, and slowly start to lose weight. What's not being shared is how you can regulate this hormone and lose weight quicker without medications. Awaken 180 already supports GLP-1 function, but now they've introduced GLP-1 Balance by Awaken 180. What's the difference? It's pretty simple. With GLP-1 Balance by Awaken 180, you're addressing the root causes of weight issues, making weight loss faster, but more importantly, long-term. I can speak firsthand about the long-term part of Awaken 180 because I've kept my 90 pounds off for over 14 months now, and that's without injections or medications. The best part, maintenance is free with both Awaken 180 and GLP-1 Balance by Awaken 180. If fast, easy, and long-term weight loss is your goal, do what we all did. Choose Awaken Awaken180 Weight Loss online at awaken180weightloss.com. That's awaken180weightloss.com.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
The show that will tickle you stupid. This is Man and Bone.
Happy Monday. So glad you've tuned in. 3 hours a day, every single day. Common Man and T-Bone brought to you by the Hinderer Motor Company. All right, so David Tepper is the richest. Is he still the richest owner in the National Football League?
You know what? I think I could be wrong. I feel like I don't know if Kroenke's up there. Kroenke might be closing in on him. Maybe it feels like one of those two guys is
David Tepper, who owns the Panthers. Very, very rich.
One of the richest owners in
So he wants hundreds of millions of dollars to upgrade their current stadium, which he thinks is woefully out of date. Not him directly, but people associated with the team have sort of thrown out if this doesn't happen, then there are plenty other places for us to look at. The threat,
of course,
of moving elsewhere. People locally in Charlotte are saying to themselves, are we really going to do this? Are we going to pay hundreds of millions of dollars to a billionaire who can certainly afford to do this himself? Are we going to fall into this trap just because we're scared of what comes on the other side of this?
Yeah, so he wants $650 million from either the Charlotte City Council, or I'm presuming not from the state of North Carolina. It sounds like it's the City Council. Scott Fowler, who writes for the Charlotte Observer, who is apparently not a huge fan of Tepper's, or at least of some of the stuff he's done, he is even making the case for giving Tepper what he wants, saying, hey, if the Panthers leave, we're going to ask for another team to come here, and whatever that ends up being, we're going to have to build a new stadium. And that's going to be way more expensive than $650 million. So though it sucks, we can't afford to lose this team. We don't want to pay to get an expansion team here. That would all be bad, so we might as well think about doing what he says. And now they actually even say in this article, maybe what would be good is to get him to commit to longer than, I think he wants it for 15 years, these renovations. He wants $650 million, and then he'll sign a lease for 15 years. They're saying, why don't we make him sign a longer lease? Because 15 years, he's going to want, $2 billion or $5 billion or whatever it's costing at that point to redo stadiums. Bank of America did open the stadium that they play in 1996. So I grant you, it is becoming one of the older stadiums in the NFL. Your laugh here, given that they've torn down a lot of the stadiums that had outside of your Lambos and your Soldier Fields, which again, Soldier Field, they're trying to get away from or renovate too. But outside of stadiums like that have been around forever, this is probably one of the older stadiums left in all the NFL.
And like Lambeau, they've completely gutted that.
Well, Soldier Field.
It's a brand new stadium.
Yes. So the renovations that they've done to Bank of America have been 2007. They did a 3-year renovation starting in 2014, another minor renovation in 2019, and then a 2-year renovation from 2020 to 2021. They've also expanded the stadium 6 different times. So they have put money into this stadium. He's asking for more money to be put in. And you know how I feel about this, right? I can't stand it when billionaire owners of sports teams come to their, selective city, county, state governments with their hand out saying, please, pretty please, give us some cash, right? I need it to build this stadium. Otherwise, I might leave. I don't blame people for saying, go ahead and leave. But you know what I don't like about that? Something that's recently occurred to me is that it seems like a lot of the times the people who lead the charge on, well, get out of here and take your stupid football team. We're not giving you any public money for that. That's all a sentiment I tend to agree with. But you know who's usually doing that? People who generally support things like the arts. People who generally support public funding for things like the arts. Maybe they attend the ballet or the symphony or whatever. That's their thing. And they will go raise money for it. They will go petition for public funds to be used for it. What I fear is sometimes the people in politics and in the upper classes of our society, they tend to yell these things to look good. But reality is they wouldn't want their stuff to leave without the public money. You know what I mean? They would want public money to be spent to save their thing. So they will look at a construction worker who likes football and say, We don't need that in our city. We've got plenty of other things to do.
To your point is that this is culture to that guy.
Yes, this is what a lot of people like that are not maybe the ones with the controls on everything, right? The other problem I have is you better keep that same energy when multi-billion-dollar international conglomerations, corporations, what have you, show up on your doorstep and say, hi, we'd like a bunch of tax breaks, so we'll build a factory there. Otherwise, we won't come. I mean, you can look around the city right here. We have Intel coming in here, don't we?
Yeah.
You go look at the amount of money. It's $1.1 billion worth of givebacks and tax breaks and all kinds of stuff that they got. When people say we can't give these sports billionaire owners $500 million or $1 billion to build this stadium, that's absurd. I understand where you're coming from. However, we are doing that for these giant corporations. And the argument always is, well, they're going to create jobs. Maybe. They literally have in all these contracts points that say if you don't create enough jobs, we're going to take the money away. I think you should do that with sports teams too. I'm just saying keep that energy when Intel comes and everybody wants to shake hands and smile, and then you yell at the sports owner for wanting the same thing. You've opened up this floodgate of saying, if we want a business to stay here, we're going to pay them billions of dollars to do so. Don't be surprised when the sports businesses say, what about us?
Looking at the list of the oldest stadiums in the NFL. Soldier Field opened in 1924, but it wasn't used by the Bears in 1924. The Bears played at Wrigley Field until the 60s. Actually, 1970 was when they moved to Soldier Field. But Soldier Field, old. At least the guts of it is.
Right.
Lambeau, 1957. Arrowhead, 1972. And, of course, they want a new stadium. They're threatening to move across state lines to Kansas, right?
Yes, right.
Bills are building a new stadium. New Era Field opened in 1973. Superdome in New Orleans, 75. Then Hard Rock, where the Dolphins play, opened in 87, but they completely gutted that place.
Yeah.
That's a completely new venue almost. Everbank Field, I didn't know that's what it was called, where the Jags play, 95. And then Bank of America Stadium.
All right, so
where the Panthers play, 96.
I thought it would be higher up the list than that, honestly. By the way, we got a few people in the chat on YouTube. Jimmy saying, the Theater Foundation doesn't get $8 billion in, television revenue and stuff like that, which is all fair point. I'm not at all defending billionaires getting tax breaks or funding for their stadiums.
Saying is the people suffer.
Well, what I'm saying is we make arguments to give bigger things than the NFL big, huge amounts of money to get their business in the door because, well, they're going to create jobs, or they're going to build a district, or they're going to supply us with a whole bunch of extra benefits of whatever. And we do that with other companies. But when you look at sports, a lot of times the people saying that don't necessarily enjoy sports. They don't necessarily value it. So they will then kick that one aside as the first thing to go. I'm just pointing out, if you're going to be fair across the board on this, you actually have to look at all of it. Are you going to give this funding to a multinational company bringing in, 100 jobs? You give them $1 billion tax break? I don't know if that's worth it. I'm just saying, let's make sure we're keeping this all on the same page.
Mets fans give credit to McDonald's for their recent winning streak. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
You're looking at a 10-minute slowdown if you need to travel eastbound 33 between Refugee Road and Ebright Road. And be aware of a disabled vehicle that's blocking the off-ramp of westbound 33's off-ramp to 270 on the West Outer Belt. This report is sponsored by Pierre's Ice Cream. Pierre's Ice Cream Ingredients Inspection. Line up. Cream to the right, chocolate chunks left. Caramel looking smooth. Every cookie, berry, chip, and chunk earns its place in Pierre's Ice Cream. Made in Ohio, made with the best. Pierre's, we've got your flavor. I'm Nicole for 97.1 of Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic sponsored by Pella Windows and Doors, voted by Columbus homeowners as the leading and most trusted window brand. Find out why at PellaColumbus.com or at their brand new Polaris showroom.
Most businesses have one tagline.
Not here, baby.
At Sunny Street Cafe, we've got 7.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like number 3.
Sunny Street Cafe. Classic breakfast and lunch. Comfort food. But like if Grandma went to culinary school.
With 8 locations.
Are you not able to enjoy the summer as much as you want because of joint pain? This is the time of year for being outdoors. It's the best, but not if your knees, shoulders, hips, or back are hurting. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Don't suffer any longer. Non-surgical joint pain relief is here at QC Kinetics. Call them today. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. I'm talking about lasting pain relief with no surgery, no drugs, and best of all, no downtime. QC Kinetics advanced treatments harness your own body's biologics and help restore and repair damaged joint tissue so you can walk, run, hike, play golf, move, swim, all pain-free. QC Kinetics is under the leadership of former orthopedic surgeon Dr. Mitchell Sheencup, a true pioneer in regenerative medicine. They have locations in Columbus, in both Gahanna and Dublin. Their advanced protocols have enabled tens of thousands of patients to reclaim their mobility. So go check them out at QCkinetics/Columbus or give them a call, 380-208-4544.
Scotty Vegas here for Maxima Concrete. If you need a driveway, garage, patio, even an in-ground pool, Maxima Concrete are the guys to call. They did a great job for me, and they'll take care of you, too. Schedule a free estimate today at MaximaConcrete.com.
Driving plays a big part in driving the local economy. It helps us all get where we're going and creates good jobs close to home. At Synovus Energy, our refineries in Toledo and Lima are a reliable domestic source of gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel. Plus, more than 2,300 employees and contractors work for us here in Ohio. See how we're helping local communities move forward at Synovus.com.
Listen up, gamers. Mountain Dew has always been your go-to for a refreshing citrus kick. Now it's also your go-to for gaming rewards. With Mountain Dew Gaming Rewards, you just look for codes under the caps of specially marked 20-ounce bottles of Mountain Dew. Enter those codes online to bank points, and then redeem them for awesome gaming gear. Everything from gift cards, game copies, controllers, consoles, custom Mountain Dew gaming gear, and more. Join Mountain Dew Gaming Rewards now.
Open to legal U.S. residents 18+. Subject to program terms at MountainDewGaming.com and 2525. Voter prohibited.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Keels. Memorial Tournament officials announcing today that next year's event at Muirfield Village will be back to its usual date, the week of the Memorial Day holiday, May 26th through June 1st. This year's tournament was a week later than usual. Ohio State announcing a change in its 2025 non-conference football schedule by mutual agreement. The game with UConn has been dropped and replaced with Grambling State on September 6th of 2025. Game 5 of the NBA Finals tonight. Dallas and Boston. Celtics lead the Mavericks 3-1. You can hear that game tonight here on The Fan. Cincinnati Reds open a series at Pittsburgh tonight. Cleveland Guardians have the night off, as do the Columbus Clippers. This update brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Grab a napkin while shrinking your waistline. How? By making a Bacon 180 with Awaken180weightloss.com. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Fat and happy. Hey, 1 out of 2 isn't bad. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
All right, we got some news, homie.
Oh, yeah, just breaking. Just literally coming down in the middle of a sports center, as it were.
Yes, the Blue Jackets have relieved Pascal Vincent of his duties. Their words. Here is a quote from Don Waddell. As I spent time with Pascal over the past few weeks, I found him to be an outstanding person and smart hockey coach who worked very hard last year under trying circumstances. But I believe a change behind the bench is in our team's best interest. On behalf of the organization, I want to thank Pascal for his work ethic, professionalism, and contributions during his 3 seasons with the Blue Jackets. Now get the F out of here, you shiny head SOB.
I saw Elliot Friedman had posted this just literally, a minute before this came out, and he had said, he was dropped into a very tough situation. And I'll be fair this one way. I disagree with a lot of what Pascal Vincent did with this lineup. I think he is endemic to the problem that Columbus has had pretty much for, I don't know, at least the last 10 years, if not before, is you get a bunch of guys who come in here and then want to put 27 different lineups out in 27 different games. And then they're shocked when young players don't develop, don't get a feel for the game, don't learn how to compete at the NHL level because they've always got to tinker. Can't let a guy get comfortable on a line for like 3 weeks and learn the game. No, we've always got to be moving him up, moving him down. All that said, it does suck when your organization is so stupid that they hired a known cancer in Mike Babcock, and then that didn't work out, and then they decide, let's just promote from within, because what else are we going to do? We're literally they were announcing the Babcock firing right at Media Day. Or not announcing it, but addressing it. Wasn't that Media Day last year where they had to do
it was.
Sorry, I screwed up press conference?
Mm-hmm.
Where they everybody involved just looked like they wanted to take a year-long vacation to Siberia?
Ownership didn't show up.
Fair enough. But JD and Yarmo both looked like they wanted to take a vacation to Siberia. They did not want to be there. So I'm just saying, Pascal Vincent did get dropped into a terrible situation, in part because this has been a terrible organization for a very long time. But he also worked for that terrible organization and didn't get out of Dodge as soon as he could when he heard Mike Babcock was coming to town. So it's partially his own fault that he's in that situation.
Look, I know there are layers to everything. You know, we talk about it, that there's nuance to sports and life, and it's not just one size fits all. But I think sometimes media people forget the mentality of the fan. And that is, we just want the sausage to taste good.
Yep.
I know that Pascal was dropped in a bad situation. And you know what else? Jimmy cracked corn. I don't care. He didn't volunteer. He was paid. He could have turned down this bad situation at the beginning of last season.
That's what I'm saying. He could have left town.
Right. He could have said, I don't want to touch this mess at all. Instead, he took it, knowing what the end result probably would be. And here it is. And I'm glad that Don Waddell came in and didn't feel like he had to pretend for another 12 months before he started to make some serious moves. All right, he knows what his job is. In their words, John Davidson's words, they needed a disruptor.
Sure.
Well, the disruptor's not going to come in, look at Shiny Head and say, yeah, you know what, you got a raw deal last year, let's give you another shot. No, the disruptor knows what type of coach he wants. He's got names in a filing cabinet in his head, just like everybody here has a name. Right? Or what if your radio host leaves tomorrow? What if my co-host leaves tomorrow? What am I going to do?
Sure.
Right?
Think about
now,
stuff
you're not
like that.
Pascal, although you have a very shiny, bald head.
Used to be shinier.
But I'm just saying, we all know what the next step is or have an idea of what it is. Don Waddell knew who he wanted to coach this team, and it wasn't Pascal Vincent. So instead of playing games and pussyfooting around for a while, he got the job done.
Yeah, the Jackets put the statement out that you read from there. They did say the coaching search will begin immediately. So it's not like they are announcing a replacement or anything like that. They are announcing he's gone. But to your point, I'm guessing there's at least been a preliminary thought process to, I think this person would take the job if offered. And if not, then this other person definitely would. So I would anticipate, given that, you know, other than the final games of the Stanley Cup playoffs, which are still going on, presuming you're not hiring one of those two head coaches, I'm guessing the organization will be able to talk to almost anyone else in the league at this point. They probably will do that or are already doing it. Maybe they're on the phone right now. I'm just saying this is something that I would not expect this to last a month, that they're going to go out and have this big drawn-out coaching search. I would think they would have something done sooner than later, but what do I know? I'm just spitballing here. I have no inside info on that.
So, Pascal, you got a raw deal, my friend. Maybe we weren't always fair to you, and you know what? That's just the nature of doing the job that you do. So, cash your check, go on to the next place, show how smart you are, and then if you're good at your job, you'll wind up in the situation again. Because other teams will look at this situation that you were in Columbus and say, you know what? They did you dirty. That wasn't fair. Here's another opportunity for you. We have seen it. We've seen guys coach in this organization and move on and have success. You could be one of those guys. You could be the new Gerard Gallant. Enjoy.
Well, except Gerard, yeah, you're right. That could be very much the case. Can I also just add something here when we're talking about who they should bring in next, what the coach should be? I believe there are two ways you could go here, and I pray the Jackets don't go one of these two ways. You could go the way where you actually try to find a guy to coach this team who maybe has a track record, maybe is not a track record guy, but who Don Waddell says that guy can develop talent. He can get the talent to the next level. Does he have the most playoff experience in the world? No. Has he won a Stanley Cup? Maybe not. But I know he can develop talent, and if given the right tools and the right players, we can turn this into a winning organization. That's the hire I hope they make. What I hope they don't do is go hire, I don't think they're going to hire him, but I hope they don't hire someone like him in John Tortorella. And I know a lot of Jackets fans love Torts, and rightfully so. He did a lot of good while he was here. But John Tortorella's of the NHL are great at extracting the maximum out of whatever your roster currently is in a year. And this organization has, especially when he was there, they did the exact thing that we don't need to do now. You do not need to pretend this is a playoff team. You do not need to try to make it a playoff team. You do not need to extract 72 points out of this team or something that gets you knocking on the doorstep, feeling frisky like, oh, maybe they're a playoff team. No, you need to admit what you are. This is a bad franchise. This is a team that needs a rebuild, and you need to hire someone who can rebuild it and grow it. Not someone who's going to come in and in 2 years' time, you're hustling for playoff spots, but you're the 8th seed or you're barely missing out.
And that's your ceiling.
And that's all you're doing. That's all. Look at what Torts did with Philly this year. People have been celebrating that. Had them in the playoff hunt. Great. That's a team that should be rebuilding. And I don't think with Torts doing that, in 5 years, they're going to be Stanley Cup winners. I think they're going to be middling around the 8th seed for the next few years. Now, they're Philly. They got a little bit different situation because they're a legendary franchise compared to what the Jackets have been. People may want to go there just because. But my whole point is you don't need that for the Jackets now. You need a guy who can develop young talent, get them to play, not afraid of losing, not afraid to learn with this group, but build it up over the next few years. And let's get the young talent playing as much time as they can in the NHL and get them to play better night in, night out. That's what we want.
So Pascal Vincent, gone, dead. No replacement has been announced, but Don Waddell was brought in to do things, and he is doing things. The New York Mets have had an up-and-down season, right?
No doubt.
They won 8 of their last 20 games to start last week. Yes. Then they had Grimace throw out the first pitch at Citi Field. You know Grimace from McDonald's. So Grimace came out, threw out the first pitch. Then they swept out the Marlins.
All right.
Then they went and swept out the Padres. It was the first time the Mets swept the Padres in 18 years. Their 5-game winning streak is just the second time all season long they've won more than 3 games consecutively. And they're saying it's all due to Grimace.
You know what? Bring back the Grimace shake. That's what I say. Let's get that purple monstrosity.
Did you ever have one?
Yeah.
Were they anything good?
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I take that back. I tried to go get one. They were out when I went to get it. I got the the special nugget box they did a little bit later. I did not get the Grimace shake, but I wanted to.
The Mets are a game and a half back in a crowded National League wildcard race, where I think every single team in the National League is a game and a half back.
What does that matter? Like, I understand what it's saying. Like, yes, they're all in the playoff hunt. That's great. But you're talking about they're a game and a half out of the wild card, which, yes, could develop into something. But that is the point of having this wild card system, is it not? To get everyone to feel like they've got a chance in June and July
this
and August.
This year is extra special, though, because pretty much the entire National League is under 500.
Yeah. That's not a testament to the Mets necessarily playing well. Yes, the last 5 games, great. Call me when it's like 20 games and they are like 750 in winning percentage during that time. Then I might think something has changed. But sorry, I'm not a big believer yet in Grimace, just off the bat.
The Braves are 4 games up for the first wild card spot. They're 7 games over 500. Then the Cardinals have the other wild card spot. They're 500. They're 35 and 35. Padres are within a half game. Nationals within a half game. Diamondbacks within a half game. Giants half game. Reds a game. Pirates a game. Cubs game and a half. Mets game and a half. Then the Rockies and Marlins are waving at you. But they're the only 2 teams in the National League out of it.
That's wild.
Everybody else is in it.
By the way, can I just one more thought on the Grimace first pitch thing?
Yes.
Kind of sucks if you're the person in the spoiler alert in the Grimace costume.
Oh, why do you have to ruin it for everybody?
I'm saying because then it's like, hey, I threw out a first pitch, Mom and Dad. You should really watch. It's like, great. You're wearing the costume? It's like, yeah. I'm not famous enough to get the first pitch honors, but Grimace is, and I got to throw it out as Grimace. I'm just saying.
Thanks for
the rest of your life, you're telling people you throw out a first pitch. The only picture you have is you in a purple suit.
Mm-hmm. Is Ryan Day just swearing and cussing out females? We'll discuss coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
Watch out for an accident on both east and westbound West Broad Street near 315. You should avoid the area and detour to Spring Street. And we've got stop and go traffic on westbound 670 between Grandview Avenue and I-70. This report is sponsored by Audible. Why not escape the traffic with Audible? Immerse yourself in new worlds, stories, and ideas with an incredible selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by The Waterworks. Trust the pros at The Waterworks for all your plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling needs. Visit thewaterworks.com today to get started.
Ah, the sweet sounds of spring. Baseball, birds, and the glorious hum of a freshly tuned AC system. Don't sweat it. Call the Waterworks Heating and Cooling Team, 614-333-9720, or schedule service on our website. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better AC.
Common Man and T-Bone here for the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
It's our absolute favorite place to go for that live VIP sportsbook experience. 12,000 square feet of sportsbook action. 2 huge walls of TVs, not to mention delicious food and drink. But your experience can be even better if you download the Penn Play app.
Yep, you can get up to $140 in rewards. It's so easy, dummies like us can do it. Got to download the free Penn Play app today and cash in your bonuses. Plus, you never know, and you'll see Man and I lurking around.
I'm lurking. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. So give your friends something to look at and make this a summer to share and save with a capable Kia SUV like the Sorento, Sportage, Seltos, or Telluride, or a powerful sedan like the fun-to-drive Forte, each backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. And for a limited time, get 1.9% APR for 48 months for well-qualified buyers and $1,000 bonus cash on specially tagged 2024 Sportage and Sorento models. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Financing for 24 to 48 months from Kia Finance, subject to credit approval for purchase of a new 2024 Sportage or Sorento. Excludes hybrids and PHEVs. $21.65 per month per $1,000 financed at 48 months. $1,000 bonus cash on specially tagged models must be applied as down payment. Must take delivery by 7/8/24. Limited inventory. Warranty is a limited powertrain warranty. See retailer for details.
If your garage door is so ugly that hanging a picture of your mother-in-law on it would actually make it look better, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, transforming the look of people's homes with beautiful Clopay doors. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Hi, here are some ways to listen to the Fan. You can download the Fan app, or listen at home on your smart speaker, or open up the iHeartRadio app, or hold your head out the window and hear Common Man scream. Happy listening from the Dopes at the Fan.
Thanks for coming with me to Meijer.
Absolutely. Ooh, I'll take one of these.
During the Meijer 7 for $7 sale, mix or match hundreds of items and pay just $1 each when you pick any 7 or more. We need bell peppers, Eckrich meat franks to grill, Powerade sports drinks for warm days, Chobani Greek yogurt, and Meijer essential paper towels.
On it. And an extra cart.
What? Why?
Well, it's only $1 each. We're getting way more than 7.
Shop the 7 for $7 sale at Meijer and pay just $1 each when you mix or match any 7 or more. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
Reggie was a nurse for 16 years.
I had become very burnt out. I wasn't making good money.
Then it happened.
There was an ad for My Computer Career, and it just spoke to me.
My Computer Career was the best decision he ever made.
I could study anywhere from my laptop, and I was working in the first couple of weeks of me being in class.
Reggie hit a home run.
The field is teeming with jobs.
Become an IT pro in just months with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
The school is amazing.
It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu. This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Is your IRS tax debt making you feel anxious? The professionals at Allies Tax Relief are ready to negotiate your fresh start. Call them now, 800-230-5174.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We're watching scattered showers and thunderstorms across the area this evening. All that heat and humidity building up to create these storms. They're bringing some gusty winds, some heavy rain, and some small hail for the next few hours. We'll start to see these wrap up after 7 o'clock, slowly clear out those skies after that, and then temperatures begin to fall from the 90s where they settled this afternoon. I'm meteorologist Madison Reich with your Dopplerton forecast on The Fan.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
And from every dime a dog night in the Midwest.
Because he's fat.
Here's Man and Bone.
I'm going to read something for you. The Schmitz Cardale Jones celebrity softball game is coming. Why picnic when you can Schmidt-nick? And is presented by Monogram Homes and the U.S. Air Force. It comes your way Saturday, July 20th, 6:30 p.m. at Huntington Park. Current Ohio State football players will play former Ohio State football players. Your captains, Cardale Jones for the Geezers, Emeka Ibuka for the current players. Tickets are only $10, are available today at BuckeyeCruise.com. Pascal Vincent dead, if you're just joining us. No replacement has been given, but he is gone. Relieved of his duties, official release by the Blue Jackets. I was just having a discussion with Dom Taberi out there as he's writing his copy for Channel 10 Sports. Hey, did they fire him or he resign? I said, well, I mean, the term they used is relieved of his duties, so that means firing. Well, I didn't say firing. Yes, but they also didn't say resign.
Yeah, he didn't walk. He didn't voluntarily walk away, and he's given multiple interviews, I feel like, saying, I want to be here.
Yes,
so,
relieved of his duties is a polite way of saying fired. I don't feel comfortable. Well, then don't say it, Dom. Well, say relieved of his duties.
What else is there other than I resigned versus I got fired?
I don't know.
Is there a third option?
I don't know what to tell you.
I did find out once from a British friend of mine.
Hey.
She was talking about how, she said, oh, yes, in my job, they made me redundant. And I was like, made me redundant? She's like, yes, it means my job was no longer necessary.
Oh.
And I said,
I was
wow.
gonna say, I'm redundant every day.
Well, I was like, boy, that's a really interesting term. And then I find out, like, that's just how British people say laid off, fired. Like, she was fired is what she was saying. She was saying her job just cut out her job because they didn't need it anymore. But that's essentially what we do here when we lay off a bunch of people. So not great either way, but there's only two options. You resigned or you got fired, or in Pascal's case, was made redundant.
We talked about this last week. Aaron Dunston worked in the football recruiting department for Ryan Day, has left for a job at Michigan. Now, Michigan message boards are saying that Ryan Day, once he found out about this news, cussed her out and called security to have her escorted from the building. And the whole thing is, look at this guy. He's cracking under the pressure. He can't win this game. He's got staffers leaving for Michigan. He's lost his mind. He's unhinged. Well, I can't speak to that. Maybe he has lost his mind. I have no idea. But you had other people who cover Michigan, not like Ohio State apologists, saying, I have heard nothing about that. That is not true. That's ridiculous. But that's still making headlines out there. So if you see it, just know that even Michigan people are saying didn't happen.
Right. Now, here's what I will ask, though, because, like, I wonder if a version of this is somewhat maybe plausible without it being like as bad as as bad as this one Michigan reporter has made it out to be. Could it be something where, don't forget, according to anybody who knows recruiting, Mark Pantoni has said that Erin Dunston was a, quote, absolute rock star. She was an assistant AD, I guess, with the athletic department in recruiting. I mean, she was high up the chain.
There's like 9 assistant ADs.
Well, apparently she was one of the highest up there ones, okay? And then when she resigned, I could understand it if Ryan Day or Mark Pantoni or anybody over there is like, you got to be kidding me. Really? Are you seriously doing that? Okay. Like, I could understand if for 30 seconds it's like, I can't effing believe this.
We're 5 weeks away from starting camp.
Well, not even that. It's like they've got, it's visit time.
No,
every other day there's someone visiting. I can understand we've had that here, right? If someone walked in the week of, let's say the week after Labor Day, football season's just started, everybody's doing a million things. We've got shows on location every weekend. And if like our program director walked in and said, Fish, just walked in and said, guys, see ya, I'm out. We would all be like, what happened? Man, you're leaving us in a spot. Like, people would be frustrated, but they might say, well, you got to do what you got to do. If he then said, I'm going across the street to work for another sports radio station that you compete with, which we don't have one here, but if we did, then people would even be more frustrated. She is saying not only by quitting, I'm going to Michigan. If for like 30 seconds there was you're effing kidding me. You're not really doing that. This is a joke, right? Like,
right.
I could see that being something that happened, and then quickly everyone composes themselves and says, all right, well, got to do what you got to do. I'm sorry it didn't work out here. Best of luck. And then maybe as an employee, you're told, all right, get your things, but you need to now, you are officially no longer welcome to any of this information.
Part of the enemy now.
There's no information you can have. You can't see our stuff anymore.
We have to escort you out. At what point does he throw a potted plant at her face?
Well, that, I believe, gets you like all the accolades from the basketball media.
It does.
If you're a head coach and
he's just tough.
Or if you throw a chair onto the court when you're screaming at someone, trying to harass them. Yeah, that's good.
Maybe choke a guy.
Choke a guy, right? Steve Alford. I don't know.
Didn't Bobby choke a guy?
No, I'm saying, didn't he choke? Am I wrong?
It was Steve
Alford. He screamed at Steve Alford, right? When he played at Indiana. That's what I'm saying. So, like, Bobby Knight is a legend to a bunch of basketball fans, but also not a good human.
I was thinking of PJ. PJ Carlissimo also choked a guy.
No. PJ Carlissimo
got choked
by Latrell Sprewell.
That's right.
In the NBA.
You know what? I quit. Escort me out of the building, please.
Ted, he didn't actually say that. They piped it in just like Mankind with The Rock.
I know. I really
didn't actually say that. That's fake.
Hey, the Germans are very proud of themselves. They have a cocaine bust.
Okay.
You know, when they have one of these large busts, they like to announce it, hey, look what we did.
Yeah. You typically, is this one of those things where they show the picture of all the cocaine they've amassed or all the stuff they seized?
This apparently was a bigger bust, so it was in multiple locations. Okay.
Oh, all right.
They were following tips from Colombian authorities about cargo ships, container ships that had cocaine in them.
Sure.
So they got some in Dusseldorf.
Okay.
They got stuff in Hamburg.
Okay.
In the Dutch port of Rotterdam. And also just a minor 3 tons they got in Colombia. When you add all of the cocaine up just from, they say, this one bust, it has a street value of $2.78 billion.
Wow.
$billion.
Wow.
Yes. And you know what is funny to me is that it's like this is the biggest cocaine find in the country's history. This big, sting, taking down people. They arrested 7 people in connection.
7 people?
You would think like hundreds of people be going down.
That's what I'm saying. If you, that's the value of like an NHL team is 2.7, 2.2, whatever number you said, $1 billion. You could buy an NHL team for that. But I'm quite sure that if you
could buy 2 NHL teams for that, buddy.
Let's say you're buying
3, really.
You're buying a huge, NHL franchise. I'm just saying, if you buy one of those teams and you're like, all right, so who runs this joint? It's like, these 7 people are in, that's it. There's only 7 people who work here. That you would be floored by the fact that there's a multi-billion-dollar operation run by 7 people. And yet that's apparently what was going on with the cocaine.
Look, I know they say that when they get these drugs, then they destroy them, right?
Yeah.
How do you destroy that amount of cocaine?
I don't know.
Like in the biggest bonfire in the history of the world?
Yeah, see, I don't know. I would assume like with weed, you would not want to do that because then it's like, oh, hey, we burned it all in Hamburg. And then like
Hamburg's
Munich
all high.
Like the winds picked it up. And remember with Chernobyl, they were like, the winds will carry this all over Europe. Everyone, it's like you just have a contact buzz for like a week in Europe.
The lines are out the door at the Taco Bell in Hamburg. Our guy, Jayson Stark, he's the Hall of Famer. He will join us for Jason's Beef. We have one big question to ask Jayson. We'll do it coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
You're going to find traffic is stop and go on eastbound 70 on the west side between Central Avenue and 315. And watch out for an accident on southbound Olentangy River Road at Home Road, causing some holdup. This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples can print anything you need to move your business forward, like banners, flyers, signs, and catalogs, some even same day. And now at Staples, save up to $50 on your print purchase. Offer ends 7/6. Visit staples.com/print for details. Boost your business with Staples, your local print and marketing expert. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
At Hollywood Casino Columbus, you're always in the driver's seat. Don't miss our $50,000 trucker cash giveaway at Hollywood Columbus. Pick between driving off in a brand new 2025 Ram 1500 or $40,000 in Penn slot play or $30,000 in cash. Grand prize awarded on Saturday, June 29th. Earn entries on your slot and table gameplay all month long. For more information, visit HollywoodColumbus.com. Must be 21 or over to play. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch? Every day, from lunch to late night. Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Boating season is finally here, and Buckeye Lake Marina is your go-to destination for all your on-the-water needs. With the largest inventory in Central Ohio, we've got a boat for everyone. So come on down and find your next dream boat at Buckeye Lake Marina. The good life, the lake life, starts at Buckeye Lake Marina.
It was a quiet night in Columbus, maybe a little too quiet. Me, Philip Flapper, plumbing detective. I was finishing up for the night when she walked in. Long hair, 2 legs, a couple of arms, a nose, elbows. Pretty standard equipment for this neighborhood. I looked at her, she looked at me, and then we did that thing where we both spoke at the same time. What can I do for you? I'm sorry, that was awkward. We went on to talk about clogs, funny odors, water going down the drain too slow. This is above my pay grade, I told her, and gave her this website, apexpros.com. They're the pros who knows, the kinds of plumbers who don't mind getting their hands dirty. And believe me, what's down those pipes is dirty. Ugh. Call the pros, Apex Pros. And that was it. She walked out of my life, using those legs I told you about earlier.
Hi, it's Alex, the friendly Apex Bear from Apex Pros. Apex plumbers are the pros who knows. ApexPros.com.
Join all your hockey friends with a Blue Jackets draft special.
Friday, June 28th at 7 p.m.
What will the Jackets do with the 4th pick? How much money will Jody Shelley lose in Vegas? All the important questions will be answered. The Fan.
Hey, welcome to the IKEA Midsummer Sale. Hello. Save up to 50% on outdoor furniture and indoor essentials and have your best summer.
Oh, how about storage for my inflatable flamingos?
We've got you covered. Let's turn your space into a summer haven with space for birds.
Awesome.
Visit us in store from June 12th to July 9th or at IKEA-USA.com/midsummer. Offer valid dates may vary. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary by store and online. See store and IKEA-USA.com/midsummer for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
A healthy body needs good food. This summer, the Ohio Department of Education and Workforce is sponsoring Sun Meals, a summer food program where kids eat free. Children under 18 receive healthy meals and no sign-up is required. Locations may be right in your neighborhood. Call 1-866-348-6479 or visit education.ohio.gov/kidseat for meal locations and times. That's education.ohio.gov/kidseat.
I think one of the things that patients don't realize is that when they get a joint replacement, that's not a lifetime treatment option. And they're probably, if they are a younger patient, signing up for multiple surgeries down the road.
As a physician and medical director for QC Kinetics, Dr. Caravelli's seen a pattern of trending joint pain.
Prolonged medication, steroids, then surgery, possibly another surgery.
So a lot of our patients are trying to avoid or put off surgery, and this is the treatment that can help them do that.
QC Kinetics extracts your body's healing substances, concentrates them back into your aching joints to help heal and restore those areas, providing lasting relief.
Oh, I love being able to tell my patients, before we do this surgery, let's try another option. Let's see if this is right for you, because now they might not have to have surgery at all.
Call today for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
He likes baseball. He likes solar eclipses. He likes Shohei Ohtani. But he loves roast beef sandwiches. It's time for Jayson's Beef with everyone's favorite baseball writer, podcaster, author, and former mustache owner, Jayson Stark.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Don't go through another air conditioner breakdown. For fast, friendly service, call the experts at Logan Services now for a free estimate and next day air installation.
The Hall of Famer, Jayson Stark, joins us on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. Hello, my friend.
Hello, Mike.
Here's the big question. Did you eat the Arby's 5 for $5? I know you downloaded the app, but did you use it?
Yeah, I texted you the app, which I did download. I have to admit, that's as far as I got. I really, really hate to let down you and Bruce Bochy, but that's as far as I got.
I like how I'm in the same category with a guy who's won multiple World Series. That actually makes me very happy.
That's the only part of this segment so far that makes you happy, though. You're not that happy with me, right?
Well, I'm very happy with you. Generally, I'm very disappointed, though, you didn't eat the Arby's. What did you eat this weekend? Anything good?
Lobster for Father's Day. Arby's versus lobster. I think I made the right choice.
Would you go out for lobster, or did you make the lobster?
No, we picked up the lobster. It was steamed for us, and then we just picked it up and ate it at home, and it was awesome.
How do you do it? A little drawn butter?
Yeah, there was some drawn butter involved.
Listen,
yeah, there was.
We could go down a wormhole here because Mike loves to cook, so it could just be 15 minutes of you guys talking about various recipes, but we'll spare the audience.
Yeah, but you know what? I haven't had the balls to actually drop the live lobster into the pot.
Yeah, that's a lot. Like on our local supermarket on Father's Day, they run this sale where they will cook the lobster for you, and it's about as affordable as it ever gets. And we've been known to do that thing.
What is that, Wegmans?
Wegmans is nearby, but it's not Wegmans.
Oh, see, now you're guessing. ShopRite?
It's McCaffrey's market, but there's none of those in Ohio. So it's not going to do you any good.
I understand, but you know what? We have listeners all over the place, Jason.
Of course you do.
We have this thing called podcast. You know what it is.
Yes, I'm very familiar with it. Yeah, I am. Do we need to review the whole history of Arby's in this segment? Do you want me to remind people how this happened?
Yeah, I would love it.
It did not happen because I actually was eating Arby's. It happened because I was trying to get to the ballpark one day, and my segment was coming up, and the traffic was crazy. So I got off the highway, and I had to pull into someplace to do the segment. And where did I go to talk to you, Mike?
Arby's.
I went to Arby's.
Mm-hmm.
And I made the mistake of telling you it's where I was. And now every week I have to listen to what is, I guess, supposed to be the sound of me belching.
That's right.
What are you, Hall of Famers don't belch? You belch. You probably belched after you had the lobster.
I've been known to belch.
Everybody belches.
Everybody belches, but I now belch every week at 5:30 p.m.
That is, you do indeed. Hey, are we even going to talk baseball? Yes, we are.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I wanted to ask you about Ellie De La Cruz because he is the fastest guy on the base paths in Major League Baseball. We know the stolen base numbers are up. The game has changed after they changed the rules where they value speed more. Do you think we're seeing this? Are Major League Baseball teams valuing this to the point where, you know, for a long time, what Major League Baseball teams wanted trickled down to youth levels and high school and traveling leagues? Are we starting to see these leagues value speed the way I think Major League Baseball teams are valuing speed?
Oh, yeah, 100%. You know, we were only a few weeks into the season last year. I was talking to one of the baseball ops people at Major League Baseball about this. I asked this exact same question. Do you think we're going to start to see teams build around speed to take advantage of these rules? And he said, we've already seen it. And he pointed at, you know which team? The Diamondbacks. How did Diamondbacks get to the World Series last year?
Yeah.
They were built to pitch, but they were also built around speed and athletes, and you need it on both sides of the ball now. Did you watch the Red Sox last night?
No.
Like, have you ever seen a Red Sox team do that? They stole 9 bases in one game against the Yankees. The last time any team stole 9 bases against the Yankees, Ty Cobb stole 4 of them. Okay, so it's been a while. This is how teams play now. You watch the Brewers play. I just had a long talk with Christian Yelich about this a week or so ago, about the way they play. At a time when offense across the sport is way down. I mean, the average team gets 8 hits a game now. He said, the way we play is how teams are going to need to play if they want to win, and it is working for them. There's just so many. There's only one Ellie De La Cruz, but like, have you watched Bobby Witt play? My God.
I watch nothing but Royals baseball all the time.
Well, Jason,
we have JJ Piccolo in our podcast this week, so you wouldn't want to miss that.
There you go. Jason's beef with our guy, Jayson Stark, right here on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Speaking of the Reds, they're a game out of the wild card right now. But that's
everybody's.
I was going to say that's not that special in the National League because there's only 2 teams basically that are out of it, with the Rockies and Marlins being pretty far out. But of those teams in the National League that are all around 500, around the wild card spot, we got 6 weeks till the trade deadline, give or take. I mean, which of those teams do you see evolving into a team that's like, yeah, not only could we make the wild card, we could actually, you know, go win our division or make a run if we get that wild card spot and become buyers? And which ones do you predict? If you had to, is there 1 or 2 you say that's not for real? Don't believe what you're seeing.
Are we counting the Braves in that group?
Well, no.
Well, yeah, they're a wild card team, aren't they?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so I think it's safe to say the Braves could win the World Series. And the fact that the last time they lost Ronald Acuna Jr., what did they do? They won the World Series. I think that hovers over the entire season in the National League. But they're kind of in a separate category. Among these other teams, I think that Diamondbacks are really intriguing because their best 3 starters are all out, and that's going to change. Corbin Carroll just got hurt. He hasn't played the way you'd expect. They're a really interesting team. The Padres are going to make some outrageous move, and I mean, they could stack some starters against you in October. Now I'm kind of scuffling.
Well, the Mets are going to get the Mets are going to get the Hamburglar to throw out the first pitch at their next game, right? And that's going to solve all their problems.
Yeah, I'm for that.
I would say the Mets are not for real. Like, I think this 5-game winning streak has suddenly put them back in that conversation if you just look at the standings, but they're not for real. That's not a real team, and I'm okay with you saying that they're not a real team.
They are not. They're not for real, and I think the general manager, if you got him in a quiet moment where nobody was listening, would tell you he would much prefer to sell than try to buy, or at the very least buy and sell at the same time. The Nationals aren't ready to win. the Reds aren't quite ready to win, but they're fun. The Pirates are very similar. I don't know what to make of the Cubs. I don't know what to make of the Cardinals. There's so much mediocrity. I mean, we got the Phillies and the Dodgers, and I'm a little skeptical of everybody else, to be honest with you.
All right, well, let me ask you this. Since there is so much mediocrity, I mean, this has been the playbook for the NFL for a long time. Is this a good thing for baseball?
Yeah, that's a really good question, and I don't think so. You got 4 superpowers, Phillies, Dodgers, Yankees, Orioles. And you got some teams like the Guardians, the Braves, Mariners, I guess, Brewers. They're in the next tier down. But then what? And so, I wonder if this is the product of 12 teams making the playoffs now. How many of these teams that are playing 500-ish baseball even care about that? They build their roster in the winter to be just good enough to hang around. And if things go right, then they go shopping at the deadline, try to get into the tournament. And so that's going to make for a wild trade deadline. But is it a good entertainment product? It's not ideal for me. What do you guys think?
Yeah, well, you know my take. I think way too many teams make the playoffs. I want to see more of an exclusive club, and I want teams to value not just hanging around, but actually trying to win the World Series. So that's my stupid take on it.
All right, so the Dodgers value trying to win the World Series. They're just not that interested now in trying to win 106 games from April to September. So they lose Mookie Betts, and they lose Yamamoto, and they don't have Kershaw yet. How much do they care? Is anybody going to catch them? So it's a different concept than we're not trying to win the World Series. It's we don't care about April to September. You see a lot of that going on.
Right. Yeah. Also, Ghost Runner sucks still. Thank you. I'm sorry, Zombie Runner. Zombie Runner.
Yeah. I love the Zombie
I know
Runner.
You do. That's why I bring it up. Go have a roast beef sandwich, will you please?
Yeah. The zombies come back from the dead.
So does a roast beef if you eat it good enough.
See, I let that hang there for you, didn't I?
Yeah. It'll pop back up in the toilet as soon as you're done with it. Good.
All right. Time to go.
Talk to you next week.
Sounds good, guys. Thanks.
Jason's beef with our guy, Jayson Stark, on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Back page coming up. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
You should watch out for an accident that's on the left shoulder of eastbound 70 downtown at the 71 West Split. Crews are on scene there causing some delay, and we've got slower traffic on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Ohio Laborers and Ohio Lesset. Ohio Laborers would like to congratulate Member of the Week, Alan Gaverick. Laborers Local 1216 Mansfield. Alan is a proud 23-year member. Built Ohio right, build it Union. I'm Nicole for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
The best of 2 leagues meet again this summer. Catch the stars of MLS and Liga MX as they show off their skills at the 2024 MLS All-Star Skills Challenge presented by AT&T. Tuesday, July 23rd at Lower.com Field. Tickets start at $25. Get your tickets now on Ticketmaster.
Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you think there's something wrong with your roof, but you aren't sure where to begin? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. That's been the case with me. So I asked around, and I found out Newman Roofing was the place to go from a good friend of mine. The best place to start was with a company who's built a trustworthy reputation for the last 32 years, like my friends over at Newman. When you ask them what makes them different from other roofing companies out there, they will tell you there are 3 things. Their policies, which are fair and honest, their customer experience, which was fantastic, and their people, they're the best. And I can tell you, my son wanted to go ride dirt bikes with some of their team members afterwards. At Newman Roofing, they have a team that takes pride in their work. They scanned our yard to make sure there was no trash anywhere and it'd be safe for our kids. They focus on all the questions to get you answered through every step of the process, and they'll support you throughout. So when it comes to getting your roof replaced, don't just get a new roof. Do like I did and get a Newman roof, and give them a call at 614-NEW-ROOF or go check them out online at newmanroofing.com.
Guys, it's summer and it's time to do more outdoors. But do you feel out of energy, lacking motivation, and mental
some focus? It could be low testosterone. Low T affects millions of men, and it happens naturally. The solution, testosterone replacement therapy at Low T Center. It starts with a quick test, and results are fast. Don't wait. Take control of your health. And now Low T Center is offering a free initial test. So if you're over 30, schedule a visit at lowtcenter.com today. Offer till July 6th. That's lowtcenter.com. Terms and conditions apply.
New membership pricing just dropped at Take 5 Car Wash, and you're not going to believe it. Join Take 5 Unlimited for the price of just one wash per month and wash again and again and again and again. Endless washes for the price of just one wash. Join Take 5 Unlimited today.
The Fan app is about to become your new best friend. Your one-stop shop for all your favorite fan shows. ESPN Columbus and BetQL. Live or on demand, listen on your schedule. Download the 97.1 The Fan app today. It's free. Do it.
Skyline is turning up the heat this summer with Hot Met Cheese Conies, made with a premium Hot Met sausage from Queen City Sausage. But don't wait. Hot Met Conies are only at participating Skyline restaurants for a limited time. Come get yours today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Hey, it's Chaps. Here's something that we need to clear up. I'm sure this term sounds familiar. GLP-1. It's everywhere. Take an injection, stop feeling hungry, and slowly start to lose weight. What's not being shared is how you can regulate this hormone and lose weight quicker without medications. Awaken 180 already supports GLP-1 function, but now they've introduced GLP-1 Balance by Awaken 180. What's the difference? It's pretty simple. With GLP-1 Balance by Awaken 180, you're addressing the root causes of weight issues, making weight loss faster, but more importantly, long-term. I can speak firsthand about the long-term part of Awaken 180 because I've kept my 90 pounds off for over 14 months now, and that's without injections or medications. The best part, maintenance is free with both Awaken 180 and GLP-1 Balance by Awaken 180. If fast, easy, and long-term weight loss is your goal, do what we all did. Choose Awaken 180 Weight Loss online at awaken180weightloss.com. That's awaken180weightloss.com.
At Sunny Street Cafe, we scoff at the notion that restaurants should only have one tagline.
'Cause we
have 7.
Like our number 4.
Sunny Street Cafe. Breakfast and lunch classics you would expect, and some tasty concoctions you wouldn't.
Now with 8 locations.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Buckeyes Show coming up at the top of the hour. The fine host of the Buckeyes Show, your friend and mine, Timmy Paul.
Oh, my electricity bros.
Before we start talking, you know where Bone and I like to do all our banging?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Hollywood Casino Columbus. Specifically, their 12,000 square foot sports book. Maybe you took Dad for Father's Day. Let me tell you something. If my 7-year-old said, Daddy, let's go to the casino, I'd say right on.
And then she or he wouldn't be allowed through the doors.
No, I mean, first of all,
kids there.
If they're small enough, you can just tape them to your chest, under your clothes.
You have a fascination with this for some reason.
And get them through.
Why.
But what I like to do is just leave them in the car, crack the window a little bit. They'll be fine.
No. You tape them to your chest and you finagle their head so it pops out of your collar and you're like a Siamese twin.
Again,
and so you get to go
why
in.
Would
because
we
they can't
want
discourage
this?
that?
What's the point?
Who are those twins?
Prove that I'm not.
Right. I dare you.
I dare you to take my shirt off.
And then when they come at you, don't be ripping at my Siamese twin. You can't touch that.
Too legit to quit. The Siamese twin. Yeah, that's right. Can't touch this.
Hollywood Casino Columbus. Go there now. With your Siamese twin.
Don't do that.
/ child taped to your chest.
Really looks like a baby's head. Well,
I'm sorry.
It didn't develop at the same rate as mine.
It must be nice to only have one head.
Right.
I got to drag this thing around with me.
Right.
Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I saw, boys, that Rory just dropped out of the tournament coming up here.
Well, do you
which
blame
is
him?
to be expected, right? Says I'll tee it up at the Scottish Open, which is in a few more weeks.
Was it the Travelers this weekend?
Travelers. So he's not doing that. And he just had a post, said, obviously, yesterday was one of my toughest days in 17 years of professional golf. I can imagine.
There is no doubt. Look, Bryson DeChambeau won the tournament. Let him live. Whatever. Rory crapped his pants. I mean, it's as simple as that.
He did. He missed two putts inside of 4.5 feet.
Right. He crapped his pants.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think anybody's denying that, are they? Are people trying to say that he didn't melt down?
No, but I think if you say that sometimes, it's like, why are you taking away Bryson's moment? It's like, good for him, man. He's won his second U.S. Open, whatever. This time with people actually there so he could bask in all of that. But Rory was there to win it.
He was up 2 shots.
He crapped himself.
There's a lot of ways to look at it because, I mean, Rory was 3 shots back when the round started. So you know that that's going to take a hell of a lot of heavy lifting to overcome a player as good as Bryson when you're 3 back. But he did that for a time. He got the job done, whether it was him. And the funny thing is Rory was electric with the flat stick. He was pouring in birdies in the middle portion of his round. Birdie putts that were outside of 18, 25 feet.
Long putts.
Long birdie putts that were just going right in. And, you know, Bryson missed a shorty, and that was crazy. And so I think you get one, right? You get one of those that's excusable. The second one can't happen. But Bryson with the up and down, I mean, that was the best bunker shot I've ever seen in all my life watching golf. The best bunker shot I've ever seen. And he even tried to be honest and say, I maybe get up and down like 6 or 7 times out of 100. Out of 100 from that. It was a 55, 60-yard bunker shot that he put to 3.5 feet.
It's funny
for the win.
You know the guy with the mustache they have on the U.S. Open, former pro golfer?
Johnson Wagner.
Yeah.
That dude's hilarious. He recreated that.
He did after, and Bryson came up and was standing there with him, and he recreated it.
And he hit the first one like crap,
yes,
right?
Missed
like
it
he
completely.
Put it into the clubhouse,
and then
Bryson pops over holding the trophy, gives him a few things. He hits it to 2 feet.
Yeah, and then obviously didn't have the pressure, didn't have the stakes, didn't have the crowd, all that.
Right.
But yeah, still.
Probably had a few beers already. We're just having fun out here.
Exactly right. Yeah.
What's coming up on the Buckeye Show, Timmy?
Coming up tonight, a lot was going on. There was even stuff at the U.S. Open that had to do with the Buckeyes, so we'll talk about that. That was pretty cool. We'll hand out some Buckeye leaves at 6:19. Another big boom on the recruiting trail. Still tons. I give every camper credit out there just for getting through the day.
Yeah.
Forget about doing anything remotely athletic. It is so hot, I can't even fathom it, but lots of camping going on at Ohio State. Austin Ward will be the co-host tonight.
Buckeyes Show, top of the hour, right here on the Fan. Back page.
The Back Page. The Back Page with Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Boom.
Well, man, the king of country music, George Strait, made history last night in College Station, Texas. That, of course, is the home of Kyle Field, Texas A&M, and 110,905 people packed into Kyle Field to watch George Strait. Go figure, country music still very big in Texas. Record-setting crowd beat the previous ticketed concert record in the United States by more than 3,000 people. According to Billboard, the record holders at the time were the Grateful Dead when they performed in front of 107,000 people at Raceway Park in New Jersey in 1977. I find that fascinating.
Wow. I don't know which one I understand less.
Grateful Dead or George Strait?
Grateful Dead.
I'll tell you what.
Thad Matta loved him some Grateful Dead.
Is that right?
Thad was a big Grateful Dead guy.
You go
just in terms of just their message.
That's exactly what that would sound like if he had seen Dead and Company at the Sphere in Vegas with all their trippy stuff going over that giant thing while they were playing.
John Mayer took them over.
Well, he's in that Dead. He's in Dead and Company. He was playing at this thing. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Thanks, Bone.
Body is a wonderland.
Oh, Teddy, I forgot something. Put your headphones on. I forgot something. Forgot it.
Teddy.
Teddy. This wasn't one of them.
I'm proud that you waited until the end to determine that.
I just forgot. Now I remember.
That's why it wasn't one of them.
Stinky poo poo.
You wouldn't even remember and stuff.
See you tomorrow. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
You'll find traffic is moving slowly on southbound 270 on the East Outer Belt between Livingston Avenue and I-70, and keep an eye out for a disabled vehicle on the right shoulder of westbound 670 near I-70. This report is sponsored by Ohio Basement Authority, your local expert. Is water seeping into your basement? Are your basement walls cracking? Contact Ohio Basement Authority, the basement waterproofing experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at ohiobasementauthority.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
This is a Fan Action Update.
This NFL Action Update is brought to you by Tipico Gambling Problem. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. The Buffalo Bills are the favorite in the AFC East at plus 160. Their odds to make the playoffs this year are minus 160, plus 130 to miss. Their over-under season win total is 10.5 games, and the Bills are 13-1 to win the Super Bowl, good for a tie for the fourth best odds in the NFL. For your Tipico Action Update, I'm Scotty Vegas.
Raising Cane's iced tea is the official iced tea of me, iced tea. Now, I heard some people order their box combos with water. Listen, water is for fishes and snitches, Jack. Chill out with Cane's iced tea this summer. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Common Man here for Care Heating and Cooling. Weather is unpredictable, but the inside of your home should be comfortable just the way you like it. And the best way to avoid those unnecessary surprises is with a care plan. See, with a care plan, you get priority service, system maintenance in case of an emergency. Just another way to give you and your family peace of mind. And maintaining your systems properly can help save you money. A properly maintained furnace and air conditioner run more efficiently, reducing your utility usage. Regular maintenance also prevents breakdowns and extends the life of your equipment. I'm on the care plan, and I'm quite the expert. I'll stop by and give your system a once-over. I will. Don't tempt me. I end every commercial the same way, telling you to hire Care when you need a company you can trust. It's not just the slogan. That's the Care creed. How about this? Lennox. They have thousands of dealers nationwide. HVAC royalty. Last year, Lennox gave Care their coveted Partner of the Year award because they're trusted by their customers and their partners. Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING or book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com when you need a company you can trust.
Are you not able to enjoy the summer as much as you want because of joint pain? This is the time of year for being outdoors. It's the best, but not if your knees, shoulders, hips, or back are hurting. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Don't suffer any longer. Non-surgical joint pain relief is here at QC Kinetics. Call them today. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. I'm talking about lasting pain relief with no surgery, no drugs, and best of all, no downtime. QC Kinetics advanced treatments harness your own body's biologics and help restore and repair damaged joint tissue so you can walk, run, hike, play golf, move, swim, all pain-free. QC Kinetics is under the leadership of former orthopedic surgeon Dr. Mitchell Sheencup, a true pioneer in regenerative medicine. They have locations in Columbus, in both Gahanna and Dublin. Their advanced protocols have enabled tens of thousands of patients to reclaim their mobility. So go check them out at QCKinetics/Columbus or give them a call, 380-208-4544.
Boating season is finally here, and Buckeye Lake Marina is your go-to destination for all your on-the-water needs. With the largest inventory in Central Ohio, you can choose from top brands like Bennington, South Bay, Crown Line, and more. Buckeye Lake Marina has it all. Pontoon boats, luxury tri-toon boats, even merch. Open 7 days a week to serve you better. Find your next dream boat at Buckeye Lake Marina. Visit BuckeyeLakeMarina.com today for all your on-the-water needs. The good life, the lake life, starts at Buckeye Lake Marina.
Now at UDF, buy 3 everyday favorites with UDrive Plus to quickly stack an extra 20 cents in gas savings. That includes drinks like Coke and Sprite, Pepsi, and Mountain Dew. And that adds up. UDF, made for you. Specially marked